Hello, everyone, and welcome to day four, week four, day four of season 48 of the Pro Baseball Experience. This is our playoff race stream. So, as you see in the right-hand corner, um, it's all playoff race games. So, the idea is that we will be streaming games that will have a playoff clinch number of one, and we will be quick simming the rest of the games, which we will look at the playoff picture shortly. But first, we have some PBE records that could be set. First off, the RBI record is already set by Ariel Harper at 133, so congratulations. That has already been set. And the total bases record could be set. Harper is at 286. The record is 301, so Harper needs, I believe, 15 in the next 6 games, which I guess isn't impossible. That would be what? 15 divided by 6. But about two and a half bases per game, which is not impossible. I don't want to jinx anything, but you know that's certainly possible. The stolen bases record maybe might be a little more dicier. Barry Allen has 105. The record is 112, so he needs 7. Um, so that means that he needs about one a day, which is possible. One a game, so that's also feasible. And walks, Casey Vita is at 89. The record is 96, so he needs 7 over the next 6 games, so just over a walk a game, which is doable. And we also have some milestones, and I'll just give you a minute to read over them in the left-hand side. We have a bunch of hits records, milestones. We have some strikeout milestones, some walks milestones, wins, saves, runs scored, RBIs, and triples. And we also have some possible milestones, which I'll let you read for a few minutes. We have some doubles milestones potentially, as well as some runs scored, walks, stolen bases, wins, saves, strikeouts, and innings pitched. So that's what's on the docket for today in terms of possible milestones. I hope you guys all have had a great Saturday so far. I know I have. I just finished lunch, so I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous. As we will see later, well, in like a few minutes, the playoff picture is a bit of a mess, as it usually is. This is nothing out of the ordinary, but it's pretty crazy. So, so let's see what happens. I'm excited, and we'll get started and we'll get moving forward in about a minute. Um, Oh, thank you, KP41, for the Tier 1 subscription for 5 months. Oh, fun. Alright, so let's get started. So let's go to the game. We are currently on September 8th, 2064, end of season 48. And let's look at the playoff picture, starting in the majors, where the Aviators have clinched the Legends East and is miles ahead of everyone in the Legends. So they have the 1 seed. Nothing that happens today will change that. And they could also they could also tie the all-time single season wins record with 82. So that's something to look out for. The Crabs and Voyagers are not able to win the division, but they have clinched playoff spots. They are going to be the wild cards. The only thing that will change is which one is 3 or 4, especially since the Crabs and Voyagers play each other the last series of the season. So they could influence their own path right there. The Legends West, Pathfinders have not clinched yet. They have a magic number of 1. The slots are barely in it. They are 6 games back. And with 6 left, that means that because of the fact that Pathfinders and slots have not clinched yet, the Pathfinders will be our first streamed game, as I mentioned in the chat, because the Pathfinders are way below the wild card. So it's not a situation where the Pathfinders have at least clinched a playoff spot. They could theoretically miss out if the slots somehow come back to tie them and win the tiebreaker game. So that's something to look out for. So mods, that's just information for you guys. And then in the champions, the Stars and Apex are still pretty close. Both have clinched playoff spots. The Apex are way in front in the wild card. Stars have a 4-game lead in the division, and then the Toros lead the Rugu right now. And neither team have clinched also because they're still close to Detroit as well. Detroit is currently in the 4th spot. Rugu are 1 below. And I guess Toros would be like 3 ahead right now based on these numbers. So something to keep an eye for. It could be a pretty messy situation. So we just have to see how it pans out. And the Space Rangers are just barely in it. They're 6th back. They're technically still alive, but their chances are not very good. And so now let's look at the minor leagues, and this is the mess. Right now we have the Wheelers that are on top of the leaderboard at 18 games in front, and then you have the Flamingos and Swifties, who have all 3 teams have clinched playoff spots. The Flamingos are 11 ahead, Swifties are 10 ahead, and they do play each other this stream, so that may determine the bye situation. So that's something to look out for. And also, the Hepcuts are 3 ahead, but they have not clinched. They have a magic number of 3. And then the Firehawks and Armadillos are tied for 5 and 6. And the Lemurs and Bears are 1 back, and the Kingpins are technically still in it at 5 back. So we're going to see how this pans out. That's why I mentioned we're probably going to have quick sims after the Toronto/San Antonio situation. Because both situations, that and, Detroit, NOLA, sort of Cancun, we'll see what happens with that, will probably take a while to resolve itself. So let's get started. Let's advance a day. Let's save, and let's go to our first stream game, which will be Toronto Pathfinders, whatever game they have. This is a game to see if they will clinch the division, and it will be Toronto Pathfinders at the Vancouver Vandals. So that is our first stream game, and we are going to turn BNN off for this, because it's a possibility that they could lose this game. So disables baseball news network some mods if you can get a prediction going for Toronto at Vancouver. That would be great. And as we see here, Toronto dominates all the categories. They dominate the lineup and they dominate the pitching, but they are in Vancouver, and, well, I'll just say streamed Vancouver game can get a bit weird. In a good way or bad way, depending on how you look at it. So, we'll see what happens. So, I'll give you about a minute to get your predictions in. Looks like the prediction is Toronto, Vancouver, who will win. So, predict Toronto or Vancouver. Give you a minute or so to get that going. I'm gonna put my. Who should I do? Let's do Vancouver, because why not? Some players to look out for. Looks like Ray Card has hit well against Starscream in his career. 15 for 34 with a 469 average, 4 home runs. Edward Hayes has hit 5 home runs. In addition, Zach Johnson Jr. has hit well off of Commander Shepard. 455 average, 5 home runs. So, Jeff Lewis also has a 409 average. Harvey Brinkley Jr. has a 400 average. So, those are probably the 5 players I would look out for. Looks like both pitchers are not. They're doing okay. They're kind of old. So, I mean, that's just how it is. Got about 15 more seconds, and then we'll get started. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Alright, so let's get started with the first game of this stream. So if Toronto wins, they clinch the Legends West, and we will have no more games regarding Toronto and San Antonio. So we have Harvey Winkley Jr. against Commander Shepard leading it off in Vancouver. As there's a hit by pitch by Harvey Brinkley Jr. That's gotta hurt. So runner on first with no out for Lewis, and there will be a double play. So the runner is erased with 2 out now for Johnson Jr. And that will be a fly ball to center field. That will be caught for the third out. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pathfinders. We head to the bottom of the first with Swift Jr. leading it off for Vancouver against Starscream, who gets a fly ball to left, and that will be caught out number 1. Hirahara now will get a ground ball out to the shortstop, out number 2. Hard now will get a ground ball out to the shortstop, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Vandals. Top of the second, we go as Taylor will lead it off for the Pathfinders, and there's a base hit up the middle. So the first runner on for the Pathfinders in this game. Runner on first with no out for Catter, and there's a ground ball to short to second to first, the double play. So base runner is erased on that play for Deathridge, and there's a base hit through the second baseman. That will go into center for a base hit for Edlescu. As there's a base hit past the diving third baseman, and then to left, they will send the runner around third, and he will score, and it is a 1-0 Pathfinders lead in the top of the second. As the Pathfinders are trying to save us some games potentially, and there will be a ground ball out to the shortstop. Nice play by Swift Jr., but the Pathfinders strike first. It is 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the bottom of the second with Burgers leading it off. As that will be a strikeout looking out, or strikeout swinging out number 1. Hayes will get a fly ball to left center field, and that is out of here. Tie ball game as Elwood Hayes hits it 438 feet. As Dan will bat now. As that will be a fly ball out to the center fielder, out number 2. DeYoung will bat, as that will be a ground ball out to the third baseman, but the Vandals tie it up. It is 1-1, top of the third. Enderman will lead it off for the Pathfinders, as that will be a ground ball out to the shortstop, out number 1. Brinkley Jr. now will take a strikeout, out number 2. Lewis will get a ground ball. No, the third baseman boots it, and the runner is safe at first for an error. His 8th error at third base this year. Johnson Jr. now will get a base hit up the middle, just past the shortstop. Runner stays at second for Taylor. That will be a ground ball to third to second, and that is it for the Pathfinders as they squander some opportunities. Bottom of the third. As Gonzalez Jr. will get a fly ball to left field, and that's out of here. Solo home run as the Vandals take the lead. 345 feet in just around the foul pole there. Opposite field home run. As Bear will bat, as he will take a walk. So runner on first with no out for Swerve Jr. as there is a fly ball to right. That will be caught, out number 1. Hirahara now will get a ground ball to first to second, but not to first again, as that's the second out. Runner is at first, and there's a base hit into left center field. They will send the runner around third, and he will score it. It is a 3-1 Vancouver lead. As Vancouver tries to play spoiler a bit. Burgers will take a walk. Runner at first and second with 2 out for Hayes. As that will be strike 3. That's a clutch strikeout for Starscream, but the damage is done. 2 in the bottom of the 3rd as we head to the top of the 4th now. As Catter will lead it off. Trying to get back that lead as there's a base hit in front of the center fielder there. That's a good start for the Pathfinders. As Deathridge will bat. As there's a fly ball to right. That's caught in foul territory for the first out. Ilescu will get a base hit past the third baseman who just stands there. Runner stays at second for Ixon. As that will be a scribbler to the pitcher who throws it to second but not to first. So runners at the corners with 2 out for Enderman. Swing and a miss, out number 3. And the Pathfinders cannot score. We head to the bottom of the 4th. As Dan will lead it off. As there's a swing and a miss, out number 1. DeYoung will bat. As there's a walk, so runner at first with 1 out for Gonzalez Jr. That's a strikeout looking for out number 2. That's a slider in the corner there. There is a base hit all the way to the right field wall. They will hold the runner at third. It is the second and third, 2 out for Swerve Jr. now. As there's a base hit into left. 2 runs will come around and score as the Vandals blow it open, 5-1 now. 25th RBI of the season for Swerve Jr. As there's a fly ball to left that will be foul. Okay, that was a bit anticlimactic, but that is not anticlimactic. That is a base hit into left. They will send the runner around third and he will score. As that's an out there at third, so that's not a good play, but that does send the runner home. 6-1 now. As we head to the top of the 5th, as the Pathfinders have some serious work to do. Brinkley Jr. will swing and a miss, out number 1. Lewis now will bat. That's a base hit up to the middle. Just along the ground there for a single. Johnson Jr. will get a base hit all the way to the wall there. They will keep the runner at third. Runner is a second and third, 1 out. As the Pathfinders try to score here. They got a good situation going. Taylor now will get a ground ball to third to first, but that scores the run as it is 6-2 now. Catter now will bat. As there is a fly ball to left that is caught, and that ends the damage. The Pathfinders get 1 closer though. It is 6-2. As Hard will lead it off for the Vandals, and that will be a strikeout for out number 1. Burgers now will bat. As there's a walk, so runner at first with 1 out for Hayes. As that will be a ground ball to second to short, but not to first. As that is the second out for Dan. And there's a fly ball to left. And that's out of here. 2-run home run. As it is 8-2 now. 365 feet. His 6th home run of the season. At least I think it's the 6th. Yeah, the 6th home run as DeYoung will get a base hit into left as the hits keep on coming for the Vandals. Gonzalez Jr. will bat now as that will be a fly ball out as that will be the end of the 5th, but 2 more runs score as it is 8-2. Top of the 6th for Deathridge as there's a base hit into the vacated hold there left by third. For a single. Ilescu will get a ground ball to third to second to first. Double play. As the double play has harmed Toronto quite a bit this game. Ixon will get a base hit into right. That's a single with 2 out for Enderman. As there's a base hit into right. Left all the way to the corner wall there. They will send a runner around third and he scores. So That's one more run there, 8-3 now, as they need all the runs they can get. Brinkley Jr. will face Yahound in the ball game now. That's a walk, so runner at first and second with 2 out for Lewis. As there's a base hit into left center field, 1 run will score. They will send the runner around third, and he will score. It is a 2-run double for Lewis, as it is a ball game now, 8-5. Oh, and he got out. What the? Okay, well then that's it. Okay. Well, that happened, but 8-5 now. I didn't even notice that happened, and then I saw everyone leaving. It's like, okay, yeah. Smokey Bear will lead it off, and he strikes out, looking for out number 1. Swerve Jr. now will get a ground ball out to the first baseman for out number 2. Hirohara now. Oh, take a walk, so runner at first with 2 out for Hard. As there's a ground ball to short to second. That's the 3rd out, so a 1-2-3 inning for the Vandals, as we have our our last scoreless inning in a while. It's the top of the 4th, which is crazy. Johnson Jr. now will get a fly ball to center. That will be caught at the warning track for out number 1. Taylor will get a base hit up the middle. Took a bounce up there for a single. And now Catter. As that will be another base hit. Runner goes around second to third and will be safe. So runner is at the corners with 1 out. As Deathridge will get a ground ball to short to second to first, but the runner goes to second for Ilescu. As there's a walk, bases loaded, 2 out for Ixon. As Ixon will get a fly ball to center. That will be caught. As Vandals fans exhale now. As we head to the stretch, 7th inning stretch. As I'm literally stretching right now, so. Burgess will face Aaron Ford. As that will be a fly ball to center. That will be caught, out number 1. Hayes now will get a ground ball to third. That's an out. Out number 2. Dan will get a fly ball out to the center fielder there for out number 3. So a scoreless bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th we go, as Enderman will get a ground ball out to the first baseman, out number 1. Brigley Jr. will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 2. Lewis will swing and a miss, out number 3. That's a scoreless top of the 8th. As DeYoung will bat. As there's, oh, nice play by the pitcher. Gonzalez Jr. now will take a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Bayer. As there is a ground ball to second, to first, but not to second. So that's 2 out for Swerve Jr. Swing and a miss, out number 3. So we're at the top of the 9th. Last chance for Toronto to take the lead. They need 3 to tie, 4 or more to take the lead. As Johnson Jr. will get a fly ball to right. And that's caught, out number 1. Taylor will face Hospital Sox. As that will be a base hit into right. So, runner on first with 1 out for Catter. As there's a base hit into left as the tie-in run is at the plate in Deathridge. As there will be a fly ball to center. That will be over his head. 1 run will score. They will keep the runner at third. Don't know why you're doing that. But once 1 scores for the Pathfinders, it is 8-6 as Ilescu will swing and a miss, out number 2. Last chance for the Pathfinders and Ixon, and that's just a pitch in the dirt. Swing and a miss, and the Vandals take 1 at home against the Pathfinders, as that will delay their clinching plans for another day. So the Pathfinders cannot clinch yet. They have to wait to see what happens in the San Antonio game. As we see here, 3 hits each for Taylor, Catter, Deathridge. Just a bunch of single hits for Vancouver, but they made them count. Those 3 home runs helped a lot. For the pitching, Starscream gets the loss, Shepard gets the win. Deathwitch is your player of the game. We're going to save, and we're going to now go to the San Antonio game. I'm going to refresh our memory. So Toronto still has a magic number of 1. So if San Antonio loses, then the Pathfinders will clinch a division spot. And before you ask, Boise is out because they're 8.5. So they can't like try to sneak in by sweeping San Antonio. They're out of the division race. So let's go into it. San Antonio versus Boise. So similar situation in that if San Antonio loses, Toronto takes the division. If Boise wins, I guess we'll have to do this again. uh, so yeah. Possibly. I mean, I hope. I hope. God, I hope not. Yes, we could do BNN. Yes, thank you. Yeah. We could do BNN for this because there aren't any possible clinching scenarios. God forbid. Yeah. Well, minors. I mean, I'm not touching that until 5, 6. I already know how that's gonna work out. It's not. I highly doubt. That's partly why I don't want to have too many. I mean, as much as I would love for San Antonio to somehow claw back, for me, I don't want to do that. So, for my own sanity, I don't want that. So, as you can see, San Antonio takes a lot of the spots. There is one Emeritus leads Sullivan Jr., but the two teams have been pretty close all year. So, we'll see what happens. Psyduck is starting for the slots. Ovechkin, Jaromir Ovechkin is starting for the Raptors. If we could get a prediction going, that'd be great. And yeah, it's a lot. I saw that and I was like, no. At least for me. For the slots, I was happy that we're still in it, but I was just like, as a streamer, no, I don't need to do that many. So we got, okay, great. So Boise San Antonio over under 1.5 runs in the 9th. So I'll still give you a minute just because, and then we'll get started. So if you want more games, cheer for San Antonio. If you want less games, cheer for Boise. I cannot decide that for you. Basically, if you want to get to the minors, uh, then root for Boise. Because at this rate, that's basically the only way he's gonna get there quickly. Uh, at least looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is the only way it's gonna happen like that. And I saw that, I was like, oh no. I was like, can Toronto have just won an extra game so I don't have to think about it? Like, I was like, I don't want. But it's okay. It's all in good fun. I mean, it's all fun, right? I mean, yeah. All right. So I think we could get started because we could have a lot of games, so we should get started on that. So Boise at San Antonio. Reminder: Boise wins. Toronto wins the division. San Antonio wins. We keep going. Possibly. Um, so leg leading off against side duck, and that's a fly ball out to the center fielder. They're out number 1. Eminem will bat, and he gets a ground ball to short. That's an out, as Eminem has had a great season. Not at that moment though. There's a fly ball to right, and that is caught by the right fielder there for Ziegler, and that's out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Raptors, bottom of the first. As we have Brown leading it off for the slots against Geronimo Ovechkin, and there's a base hit into left for a single. As Marcus does a stolen base attempt, he's safe. So that's a flyout into first. Yeah. And there's a fly ball to right center field. That's at the wall. Nice catch. Brown goes to third. 2 out for Fresca. As there's a ground ball to second. No, he overboots it, and the run scores. So the Slots take advantage of that sequence of events, and they lead first 1-0. Lanakai now will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught, out number 3, but the Slots strike first as they try to stay alive in the divisional race. Dynasty will lead it off as the pitcher deals, and there's a fly ball out to the catcher, out number 1. Johnston now will bat, and there's a strikeout looking, out number 2. Emeritus will bat, as there's a base hit into left center field, bounces off the wall. That will be a sliding double. So runner at second with 2 out for Vacuum. As Vacuum will get a scribbler to the catcher, and he does not beat it out. That's an out. So the Raptors cannot answer back. Bottom of the second we go. As O'Sullivan Jr. will lead it off, and there's a base hit into center. That will be a single for the Slots. Wolfington Jr. will bat, as that will be a ground ball to second to short to first, double play. As Slamdorf will bat, as that was a strikeout looking, out number 3. So a scoreless bottom of the second. Top of the third we go, as Joy will lead it off. As that will be a nice play by the first baseman, out number 1. Hall now will get a fly ball out to the center fielder there, out number 2. Leg will swing and a miss, out number 3. That's a scoreless top of the third. We are to the bottom of the third now, as Hammer will lead it off, as that will be a swing and a miss, out number 1. Brown now will bat, as that's a walk. So runner at first with 1 out for Marcus, as this is a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. 79th of the season for Brown, as Marcus will get a fly ball to left, and that's an out. Out number 2. Cole now will get a base hit into right. They will send the runner around third, and he will score, and it is a 2-0 ball game. RBI single by Zane Cold. As Fresca now will bat, as that's a wild pitch, and the runner will score. As Fresca will bat, as there's a strikeout on the corner, out number 3, just outside. Oh, whatever. But the Slots expand their lead to 2-0. As Eminem will bat, and there's a fly ball to right field, and that is out of here. That's a solo home run, and it cuts the lead in half, 2-1. .375 feet for his 23rd of the season. As Ziegler will bat, as there is a fly ball to center. That will be caught, out number 1. Dynasty now will get a base hit into center field off the wall. That will be a sliding double for Dynasty. So runner at second with 1 out for Johnston. Johnston will swing and a miss, out number 2. Emeritus now will also strike out looking for out number 3. So the scoring threat is over, but they get closer, 2-1 now. Bottom of the 4th, as Lanakai will lead it off. As there's a base hit up the middle for a single. The runner at first with no out for O'Sullivan Jr. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Wolfington Jr. will get a ground ball to short to first, and that's a double play. So the threat is erased. Top of the 5th we go. As Vacuum will take a walk. So runner at first with no out. As Joy will get a ground ball to third to first, but the runner goes to second for the first out. Hall now will get a ground ball to third to first. Runner stays at second for the second out. Leg now will get a ground ball to third. They're getting great real estate, as that's the end of the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th we go, as Slamdorf will lead it off. As we've got a pitcher's duel, as there's a fly ball to right field that is caught, out number 1. Hammer now will bat, as there's a ground ball to third thrown to first, out number 2. Brown will swing and a miss, out number 3. That's a scoreless bottom of the 5th. As we haven't had a score in a while. I'm probably going to jinx that, but oh well. Eminem now will get a base hit into left. So that's a single for the Raptors. As Ziegler will bat. As that's a strikeout looking, out number 1. 5th of the ball game for Duck. Dynasty now will get a ground ball to second to short to first. That's a double play. So that erases the runner, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. As the game wants me to clearly call more games at this rate. Marcus will bat, as there is a nice grab by the right fielder there, out number 1. Cold will get a fly ball to left. That is foul. Okay. Okay. A ball will enter the ball game. As there's a ground ball to first, that's thrown out. Out number 2. Fresca now will get a ground ball to short. I'm sorry, second to first. And that's the third out. And that's a scoreless bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th. We go. Johnston now will take a strikeout looking, out number 1. Emeritus will get a base hit into left. So that's a single for Vacuum. And says a stolen base hit. Oh, he's out. Thrown out there by the catcher. Nice throw. As that will be a ground ball out to the second baseman. As that's the end of the top of the 7th. Stretch time in San Antonio. As we have Lanakai leading it off. As there's a fly ball to right field. And that's out of here. That's a solo home run. As that expands their lead to 3-1. As we have O'Sullivan Jr. batting now. So that's a strikeout for the first out. Wolfington Jr. will bat. As that will be a base hit into left. So that is a runner aboard with 1 out for Schlandorf. As there's a ground ball to second, but not to first. That's the second out. And there's a wild pitch. Runner goes to second. As Hammer will get a fly ball to first baseman. And that's the end of the 7th. But the Sox get one more. It is 3-1, top of the 8th. As Joy will lead it off with a full count. He swings and misses, out number 1, as Duck is still in this ball game. through his 7th inning of work into his 8th. Hall now will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 2. Leg will get a ground ball out to the first baseman. That's 8 innings of work for Duck, as he has allowed the Slots to have this lead. We hit at the top and bottom of the 8th as Young Cook enters the ball game for Boise. Brown will take a walk, so runner at first with no out. As there will be a stolen... Oh, and he's out. That is an out there. Nice throw by the catcher. So 1 out. As there's a strikeout for Marcus, out number 2. As Cold will bat. As there's a ground ball out to the shortstop as the Sluts go sort of in order. Last chance for the Raptors. They need 2 to tie, 3 or more to lead. Kimura enters the ballgame for San Antonio. As Eminem will bat with a full count. And there's a fly ball. No, that is an out. That is an out at the warning track. Out number 1. Ziegler will take a walk. So the tying run is at the plate. In Dynasty, is that's another walk. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Johnston. Another full count, and he gets a fly ball out to the right fielder there. Runner tags and goes to third, and it will be safe. Emeritus, as that will be a fly ball to left as the Slots win. And the division is not over yet. So I got some pings. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, we yeah, about that, huh? So 2 hits for Eminem, 2 hits for Emeritus, 2 hits for Lanakai. Ovechkin gets the loss, Duck gets the win, Kimura gets the save, and Duck is your player of the game. So we'll have to do this again. We'll have to do this again next Sunday. So yeah, same order: Toronto and then San Antonio, depending on what happens. So yeah. So let's just save and go through some box scores. As we have the Aviators winning against the Voyagers 7-2. As we have 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Harper. As that's, let's see, that should be 3 bases. No, 5 bases. All right. Yeah, so that's 5 bases towards the total base record. Let's see here. Yeah, 2 hits for Donuts, 2 hits for McDaniel, 2 hits for Otage. For the pitching, Patey V2 gets the win, Rove gets the loss. Patey V2 is your player of the game. We saw that one. Actually, I do want to check stolen bases. Yeah, no stolen base for Allen, so he stays at 105. We saw that game. The Crabs will win 9-1 over the Surge. For the hitting, 2 hits for King Jr., 3 hits for Thriller, 3 hits for Cove, 4 hits, 3 RBIs for Gonzalez. For the pitching, Irons gets the loss, Meta gets the win, Gonzalez is your player of the game. The Rougarou will win 4-3 over the Scorpions. They make a late comeback. For the hitting, 2 hits for Steelflex and Bang, 3 hits for Randburg. 2 hits for Salmon Arms, 2 RBIs for Verrero. For the pitching, O'Canham gets the win, Tank gets the save, Melga gets the hold, Negs gets the loss, and the blown save. Mc43 is your player of the game. The Sea Serpents will win over the Toros 5-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for Angel, Jacob Plant, and Wellerman. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Cadaver. 2 hits for Jackson, McGillicuddy, Murphy, and Miss. For the pitching, Cookie gets the win, Chapler gets the save, Wheeler gets the loss, and Avada Kedavra is your player of the game. The Space Rangers will win 5-4 over the Demons in a wild one. 4 runs in the top of the 8th to get them going. For the hitting, we have a bunch of single hits for Luna Base, 2 RBIs for Alvarez, 2 hits for Nakamura, Jolly, and Zach Quill. For the hitting, pitching, Marston gets the win. Blanco gets the hold, Delling the loss, and the blown save. Luther McIntosh is your player of the game. And finally, the Apex beat the Stars 12-2. For the hitting, 2 hits for DeVille, 2 hits for Slammer, Milligan, Car Crash, 3 hits for Catcher Scudder, and Nitro. For the pitching, Stoner gets the loss, Bubbles gets the win, Farnsworth the hold, Cranepool the save, and Gabriel Catcher Scudder is your player of the game. And that's it for the majors, as we are going to say, 40th home run. I just realized, 40th home run for Ariel Harper. I believe that's like the 7th, 6th all-time, something like that. So congratulations on that, as we will head to the minors. As the Hepcats will win 4-3 over the Flamingos. For the hitting, we have 4 hits for Becker, 2 hits for Prosper and Slemis, 2 hits for Emmis. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure of the exact number. I knew it was around like that range, but yeah, thanks. For the pitching, Waters the 5th gets the loss, Boss the 3rd gets the win, Catch gets the hold, Belfort the save. Becker is your player of the game. The Lemurs will beat the Bears 7-3, thanks to a 5-run top of the 7th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Bendis Jr., 3 for Bolt, 3 RBIs for Bolt, 2 hits for Mando and McRoden stuff. For the pitching, Bendico gets the win, Feltipaldi gets the loss on the blown save. Jay Bolt is your player of the game. The Swifties will win 8-1 over the Ranas. For the hitting, 2 hits for Cunningham, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Dollison. For the pitching, Ribbit gets the loss, Space gets the win and the blown save. Andy Beans is your player of the game. The Firehawks will win 6-1 over the Kingpins. For the hitting, 3 hits for Rock Eater, 2 hits for Cheech. For the pitching, Winalito gets the win, Conklin gets the hold, Bauer the 3rd gets the loss, and Winalito is your player of the game. And finally, the Armadillos win 4-3 over the Wheelers in a 3-run bottom of the 6th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Kuru Wilban, 2 hits for Bubs, 3 hits for Chikason. For the pitching, Walt gets the loss, Sauce gets the win, Delete the save, and Alessio is your player of the game. And we're going to save and take a look at the standings real quick. So that means we have a tie for the bye spot. Hepcats have a magic number of 2. They're 3 ahead. The Dillos, it's basically the same, except that the Bears are now 2 back, and the Kingpins have been eliminated. So my condolences. And then in the majors, so we're at a tie spot now. And the Space Rangers are still in it at 5 back. Now the division lead has been 3, and now it's 3 for the Crabs and Voyagers, and we have this still. So yay us. And 3 as well. So divisions are still close, but the Apex are pretty clinched. So yeah, let's save and move on to our next sim day. And I know I shouldn't say sorry for more games, but sorry. Well, I guess you can blame the sim for that. Um, yeah, the minors don't have any situation like that, so we're gonna do the same thing we did for the majors because Toronto and San Antonio soon need to figure out their business, and there's no situation for the champions. So yeah, let's go to another round of Toronto and Vancouver. I'm sure you guys are all loving that. So I'll be back shortly. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I am back. So let's get a prediction going for Toronto Vancouver Part 2. And then if well, let's not think about if Toronto wins again. Not because I don't like it, but it's just like or yeah. So just hang in there, guys. Yeah, I know, right? If you want, I mean, if you want to blame anyone, just blame the sim for not giving Toronto an extra win or San Antonio an extra loss. That's who I would blame. Anyway. Hi! Welcome, Raiders. 3 Raiders. Hey, that's fine. That's better than nothing. So, we are currently in the playoff race. This is going to see whether Toronto wins the division. So, it came just in time. Let's get some bets going. Giving you about 30. Yes, he came just in time. Vandals are just really here to play spoiler. They won the first game, which is why we're in this situation. If the Vandals had lost, we would not be showing this game. So, yeah. um, so yeah. So yeah, again, you don't need the reminder, but if Toronto wins, they win the division. If the Vandals lose, we're gonna show the San Antonio game again. So let's get started. So what's the prediction going? Ah, nice. Oh yeah, who will score first, Toronto or Vancouver? So pretty simple. Yeah, let's get started. So, oh, we need it. Gotta turn BNN off again. Oh god, how many times are we gonna? I should have just done quick sim games first, so I'll probably just do that next time if we have to continue doing it. Do quick sim games and then do that, so that I don't have to think about. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just get started. So again, not that you need the reminder, but Toronto wins, they're in the playoffs. If not, we keep on going with San Antonio, and yeah. So Brigley Jr. Brigley Jr. will lead it off against Joanna Sahlberg. As there's a base hit into left for a single for the Pathfinders. So Lewis will bat, as that will be a ground ball double play for the first and second outs. We have Johnson Jr. as that will be a base hit all the way to the wall. That will be a stand-up double for Johnson Jr. So Taylor now will bat, as that is going to be a nice play by the first baseman there for out number 3. As yes, I know I don't like it either, but that's, I mean, unless you want to spoil the San Antonio game, which I mean probably not. Uh, there's a strikeout looking out number 1 for Swift Jr. for the Vandals. Hirohara now. Whoa, get a fly ball to left, and that's out of here. That's a weird animation, but yeah, if you're a Vandals fan, I'm sure you'll take that. That's a solo home run for Hirohara, as the Vandals take the lead 1-0. As yeah. I know. Well, that's. I mean, the problem is you technically have to show playoff clinches. At least, yeah. I probably should have thought this over, but whatever. Strikeout for Hard. Again, that's why I'm saying sorry for all the possible extra games. I feel like I think next time I'll probably just decide to leave BNN on or something for like. Yeah, I might just do that next time. That's a strikeout for Burgers. So Kata will bat as the swing and a miss out number 1. Oh really? Oh. Well, I guess it's the same thing, so it's like, but I see what you, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, there's a base hit for a Lescu. Yeah, that probably would have been a better decision, honestly. There's a base hit into left center field. They will hold him at third. But I'll probably, if I do this again, I'll probably change that. There's a base hit and the runner will score. That will be a Toronto lead 2-1 by Enderman. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, I probably should have done the BNN on. I should, if I were to do this, I should probably would have done Toronto. Do Toronto show this game as normal because that, you know, if they win, you know, clinch, and then see if San Antonio leads, will loses. I should have just kept BNN on to cut down the amount of games until it gets to like, if it ever gets like 2 back or 1 back, then of course show both games. But oh well. I'm just gonna be. I mean, at this rate, it may not matter. So, you know, 3-1 Toronto lead. That's a strikeout. 80 strikeouts for Sahlberg, but yeah. Again, profuse apologies for how many games. I'm sure it's nice to have this many games, but it gets to be a bit much. So, you know, I don't want to be that person to be like, whoa, so many games. And there's a base hit by Dan. So yeah. As there's a strikeout by DeYoung. Yeah, it's much. I was looking at the schedule and I was like, oh no, I have to do this many potentially, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So I might just actually do that for the next 2. Yeah. I might just do that for the next 2. I might do, you know, assuming if Toronto wins, of course, or loses, I'll still show San Antonio, and then I think I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm just going to do 2 normal Toronto games with VNN on. Just because the rest don't really matter in terms of they won't have any situations anytime close. So, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I might just do that. It's not as it feels weird when you're wanting a team to lose rather than a team to win. In my opinion, like yeah, that's it always feels weird, doesn't it? It's like yeah, I might just do that actually. So I think if I'm sure will slots fans care? I mean, I won't care, but I don't want slots fans to feel like, well, you know, yeah, right. That's true. Well, that's why I rather. That's why if somehow Toronto loses this, then I would still show the second San Antonio game, and then I would just. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when it gets if it gets to that point. As much as I would love the slots to win, that's partly why I want Toronto to win this game, just so I don't have to. It's a little bit selfish, but it's like it's a lot. So, um, as that will be the end of the top of the fourth. Yeah, there's a squibbler to the. That's an out, and fans are not happy. There's a swing and a miss for Hayes, as that will be a base hit up the middle. The runner will come around to score, and it is safe. So it's 3-2. Yeah, that's also why I'm just like, it makes me feel bad because I do, you always want to show the clinching moment. You don't know obviously which game will do it, but also it's like, it feels kind of weird when your clinching moment your other team loses. It's like, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, it's fine, but it just feel kind of weird. I always felt that way. That's just how I feel about it. What's the anti-hero? What? Okay. I might have to look back. I don't know why it showed that when we don't have an anti-hero in the league. Do we have it in the league? Anyway, that's a strikeout. Runners at corners with 2 out as the Pathfinders are trying to expand their lead. That will not help. That will be a strikeout. See, honestly, I don't want to. Yeah, we'll see. There's a base hit into center. That'll be a swing and a miss. Out number 1. As there's a fly ball out to the center fielder there. Out number 2. Here we go now. And apologies if I sound bored. I know as a streamer I shouldn't, but just like, there's a lot of games, and I don't want to think about that. So. Right. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm just like, I'd rather just. That's why I always like to have the team that needs to win. Unless it's a situation like sometimes I'll do it. Well, if there's like, this is more pertinent in the minors. Well, I will have the. If there's like 3 teams tied for the 4, 5, 6, and there's one team one below, with the last at the last game or something, what I'll do is usually just play the game that has to be at 7 spot, because if they lose, 4, 5, 6 clinch. That way I don't have to show 3 games. But that's that's an exception. That usually that did happen last year. Unfortunately, it didn't work, or 2 seasons ago. But yeah, that's the problem, right? It's like part of me wishes that this is why I wish it was like Toronto won more game or San Antonio lost 1 game, so I didn't have to worry about this at all. Like, yeah, you wouldn't see it clinch, but then it would just be a quick sim anyway. Like, okay. And then it would be treated in any other situation where you don't see the clinch in the final stream anyway. But that's a sim for you. That's why I said blame the sim. It's like, blame the sim for not having that happen. So, yeah. That's the runners on for Toronto. Taylor now will get a fly ball to right field, and that's out of field. Okay, well. I think the universe is listening and be like, yeah, no more games for you. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. We already saw San Antonio once, and I think unless somehow it gets to the final situation, we'll somehow, and then obviously a tiebreaker if it has. Oh, don't. That's partly why I didn't want to do so many for this. I'm like, minus is gonna be a mess. no. I'm like, I have enough problems trying to deal with that. I don't need to deal with that. I have enough, so I don't want to, yeah, anyway. That's why I didn't want to do that, because I was like, really now? No. No, it's okay. So yeah, a commanding lead for Toronto, and J. Dr. Jr. is in the ball game. There's a ground out for the shortstop, and then you have a walk by Gonzalez Jr. Um, and there's a ground ball out, and that ends the bottom of the seventh. Yeah, but this is kind of nice just talking about the sim. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yes, Chaos mod on. Well, it was on the last game. That's a single for exit. Is there's a no? That's a normal throw. There's a stolen base for Enderman, number 36 on the season. As there's a fly ball out to the shortstop. Yes, shortstop going back. As that'll be the end of the top of the eighth. Last of the eighth we go as there's a ground ball out by Swerve Jr. for out number 1. As there's a fly ball out probably to the right fielder there for out number 2. Hard now will strike out. So that's the end of the eighth for the Vancouver Vandals. We get to the bottom of the top of the ninth. Last chance for Toronto to get some runs across. As that will be a strikeout for out number 1 by Lewis. As Johnson Jr. will bat. As that will be a walk, I think. And that's a swinging strikeout. Caternout will strike out, and that's the end of the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Vandals to make. Hey, welcome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, feel free. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that know well about this stuff. Yeah. Fring will try to close this ballgame for the Pathfinders, as Fring will get a base hit up the middle. Those runners on first and second with no out, as the Vandals are trying to make my life a headache. Sorry, I'm kidding. And there's a double play, that's 2 out. Last chance in DeYoung. And there's a walk, runners at the corners with 2 out for Gonzalez Jr. As that's a pickoff! That's a pickoff, and the Pathfinders win the West. Because, reasons. That's a... I'm sorry, Vandals. So the Pathfinders win the division, congratulations. No more games, thankfully, for that set of games. As much as I'm sad that the Sloths didn't make the playoff, I mean, it's okay. So, 2 hits for Lewis and Johnson Jr., 3 RBIs for Taylor, 2 hits for Ixon, 2 hits for Dan. I know, right? Oh my goodness, I'm like... Yeah. Dr. Jr. gets the win, Salva gets the loss. J. Dr. Jr. is your player of the game. So, that's that for... So we're gonna do a quick sim all, obviously. So let's just go one at a time. Why not? I was gonna say, yeah, we don't talk about that. So let's just go to the games now, and let's go to the Voyagers winning over the Aviators 7-1, punctuated by a grand slam by Cougar. Just 4 hits for Outer Banks. Sorry, Bailey. No bases for Harper. You should join. I know, right? New York, 3 hits for Kulik Warren, 2 hits for Thomas, 4 RBIs for Cougar. I wish actually probably could learn the programming for this game, but I don't yet. So Johnson gets the loss, Gausman gets the win. Kevin Gausman is your player of the game. And with that, the 82 win record is set. Oh, Blaseball! I know about that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. As the Slots win 4-3. Oh, wow. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Anyway, 2 hits for Dynasty, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Lanakai, 2 hits for Cold. Yes. Pitching, a ball gets the loss, Globus gets the win, Third Poyo gets the play of the game. And if you're wondering right now, yes, we are a league in which you make your own player, you do tasks to develop your player over time, and right now we are in our playoff race. So these are all custom-made teams that we make ourselves. We draft, we GM, we help build. It's a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Don't take my word for it. Yeah. So let's keep going. The Crabs win over the Surge 9-6. So that keeps it at 3 apart with 4 to go. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Buckshank, 2 hits for Wizard, 2 hits for Vida and Goose and Fern. But we is everyone here. So not just me, I'm a host, I'm a streamer, but I'm part of many streamers. So I am not the only streamer. That would be horrible if I was the only streamer for this league. As much as I like streaming, that would be a lot. um, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. So yeah. So yeah. Smith gets the loss. Donahue gets the win. DeSoto the save. Vida gets the play of the game. And over in the Champions, we have the Rougarou winning 3-1 over the Scorpions. So I think that's saying goodbye to the Space Rangers. Although I think you kind of knew that at that point. um, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Randburg, 2 hits for Dog, 2 hits for Joseph. For the pitching, Slosberg gets the win, Samity gets the save, Heiderscheid gets the loss, and Slosberg is your play of the game. The Sea Supers win over the Toros 6-1. For the hitting, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Angel, 2 RBIs for Allard, 2 hits for Bluesky. Oh, no, you feel free to talk. Now, I was just saying that because I didn't want to, like, stop the stream, but the people in the chat will be more than happy to help you. Yeah. Thanks, though. Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't want to look at the chat all the time because I do have games to go over, but you're good. Don't worry. James gets the win, Fielder gets the loss, and the Harm James is your play of the game. The Demons win over the Space Rangers 13-3. Well, I guess that's a way to get eliminated. 7 runs in the bottom of the first would do that. For the hitting, 3 hits for Alvarez, 2 hits for Eucliffe, Cross Erickson, Poe, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Reyes and Gunk Jr. Oh, it's tough, yeah. It's very tough to do well in OTP. It's fun, though. Macarena gets the loss, Man gets the win. Travis Granholm is your player of the game. I know, right? Oh, God. And finally, the Stars will win 10-8 over the Apex. So I think effectively that will basically clinches the division. I mean, technically they're not. I think technically. No, I think that does clinch it for the Stars. So congratulations to the Stars on winning the Champions East. Uh, yeah. So congratulations to the Stars on clinching the Champions East. For the hitting, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for 43 1/4, 3 RBIs for Bozovsky, 3 hits for DeVille, 3 hits for Dejoux, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Cove. For the pitching, 43 gets the win, McDumper gets the hold, Crunk Jr. the save, Simicallis Jr. gets the loss, and 43 1/4 is your player of the game. And I think that's it for the majors. So let's take a quick look at the standings. For the standings, so yep, Pathfinders clinched the West. So the picture is more or less set. I mean, technically it's not set yet because of the Crabs Voyagers, but yeah, you get the picture. And then we have the Stars who have they have the tiebreaker. I already found that out before. So, oh no. Oh wow, nice. The Apex, yeah, the Apex have the 3 seed, so be the Stars 1, Apex 3. Demons and Rugu are still tied. Coast Division, I mean, this is kind of the situation I was looking at. It's like, oh, wow, that's a lot more complex than I thought. The other Toro is also kind of in danger here. They're only 2 up right now. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. Will be very interesting to see what happens. Now, the minors. I don't want to think about the minors, but we have to, so. Go one by one. The Armadillos win 6-0 over the Wheelers. For the hitting, 3 hits for 43, 2 hits for Callahan and Chickson. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for LeSwift. For the pitching, Poisoning gets the loss. Pruitt gets the win. Murphy LeSwift is your player of the game. Yeah, so your head-to-head was 6-3 for the Stars before this stream, and the Stars did take the series, I think. Did they? Well, either way, they didn't reach a point. They didn't reach a point where the Apex could take the head-to-head, so yeah. The Flamingos win 6-4 over the Hepcats. For the hitting, 3 hits for Napetit, 2 hits for Tomato II and Slamus, 2 hits for Teg and Crawford. For the pitching, Waters the 5th gets the win, Jones gets the save, Jacko gets the loss, and Nolan Teg is your player of the game. The Kingpins win 2-1 over the Firehawks. 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. We'll do that. For the hitting, 2 hits for Splorger, 2 bunch of single hits for Chicago, but they made their hits count. For the pitching, Gilmore gets the loss, Wiggin gets the win, Yosh gets the hold, Strider gets the save, and Gilmore is your player of the game. The Lemurs will win 6-4 over the Bears. For the hitting, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Kelly, 3 hits for Flamingo, 4 hits for Duke, 3 hits for Mando and Morley. For the pitching, McFarland gets the win, Serrano the Jr. gets the save, Nabring gets the loss, and Kerry Kelly is your player of the game. And finally, we have the Swifties beating the Ranas 5-4. What is with the Swifties struggling against the Ranas? Like, of all teams, you would think that they would squash the Ranas, but nope. Apparently not. 2 hits for Hitchcock, 2 RBIs for Breaker, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Ram. Just a weird, I mean, that's just the sim for you, but that's such a weird phenomenon that Serranos, because why not? Vandals gets the hold, Mitt gets the loss of the blown save, Priest gets the win, Ram is your player of the game. And with that, we're going to save and look at the standings again, and we're not gonna have any stream games for a while. But still tied in the bye. The Anchorage Wheelers have clinched the 1 seed, so congratulations to them. Hepcats are 3 up, Armadillos 1 up. Firehawks and Lemurs are tied for the last spot. Bruce City, I mean, it's possible they're gonna come back, but they're gonna need. Yeah, yeah, apparently, right? 2 back. It's still possible for them to get back in it. So yeah. So let's keep going. We are not. There's no magnitude number 1 in any of the majors. So we are gonna keep going. I believe it's a note. Right. Okay. So let's keep on going. Yes, we will have a quick sim. I'm guessing for the next 2 days, maybe 3. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's just get started. So let's start with the Sloths beating the Raptors 5-0. For the hitting, 2 hits for Ziegler, 2 hits for Joy and Hall, 3 hits for Brown. For the pitching, Cruiser gets the loss, Aria gets the win. Artemis Aria is your player of the game. The Pathfinders win 2-1 over the Vandals thanks to 2 runs in the top of the 9th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Brinkley Jr., 2 RBIs for Lewis, 2 hits for Gonzalez Jr. For the pitching, Thrusterson gets the win, Kremlin the save, Wiggs gets the loss on the blown save. Thrusterson is your player of the game. The Aviators win 4-2 over the Voyagers. That's a big one that may have clinched the 3 seed for the Crabs. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for McNeely, 2 hits for Garbanzo, 2 hits for Pico, and 1 base for Harper. So that brings her to 292 entering the last 3 games. For the pitching, Hangman gets the win, Jones gets the save, Crawford gets the loss, and Adam Hangman is your player of the game. Yeah, finding people is always difficult. You think, oh, you know what to do, and then you look at the free agents like, wait, what? No, nothing's available? And the Crabs win 12-4, and that clinches the 3 seed for the Crabs. So congratulations to them on that. For the hitting, 3 hits for Wizard, 2 hits for Savage, 2 RBIs for Jones. Oh, Jesus. Ha! Thriller got ejected. Oh, God. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Cool Crab, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Goose. Ah, that's great. Is that true? I assume just because you have a lot of Crabs in Providence. Claudaddy gets the loss, DePotson gets the win, Samson the hold. Swanson's Goose is your player of the game. Is that actually? Because I didn't realize that. I think it came before. Yeah, okay. I was going to say. I was like, yeah, this is the Providence Crabs. This isn't the Baltimore Crabs. But that's good to know. I legit did not know that. And the Toros win 3-0 over the Sea Serpents, so that keeps them alive a bit. They really needed that. For the hitting, 2 hits for Plant, 2 hits for McGillicuddy and Aza. For the pitching, Otani gets the loss. Knock gets the win. Good gets the save. Ryan Knock is your player of the game. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Sorry. The Rugaros keep pace, and the win was 9-3 over the Scorpions. For the hitting, 2 hits for Renberg, Williams, and Guile, 4 RBIs for Bullworm and Guile, 2 hits for Essence, Yaboa, and Dog. Ooh, nice. For the hitting, pitching, Lycan gets the win, Beto gets the loss. Alaska Bullworm is your player of the game. Detroit wins 7-3 over the Space Rangers. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Oh, God. 2 RBIs for DeMars, 2 hits for Euclid, Chris Erickson, and Poe. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Gunk Jr., 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Reyes. For the pitching, Paulus gets the loss, Secret gets the win, Tsunami the second gets the hold, Delling gets the save. Gunk Jr. is your player of the game. And the Stars win 14-8 over the Apex. 10 runs in the top of the 9th. That's wow. You you lead 8-4 and then you lose 14-8. That's baseball for you. Well, let's find out. Looks like, well, let's do this pitching first. Farnsworth gets the blown save, Mauer gets the hold, Cranepool the loss. Otto gets the win, Barry Allen is your player of the game. And I just forgot that Allen is not on the Raptors. Oh, well. I guess we can find out how much stolen bases he has. A lot of hitting. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Allen, 2 hits for a lot of people. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for DeJoux. Yeah, I'm... That's a lot. Wait, wait, oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Well, thank goodness they clear out the pitching for the playoffs. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Well, you did something, I guess. Well, okay, maybe not something. I'm sorry. I didn't see the rest. I just saw the one out. Like, oh, you did fine. I'm so sorry. Um, I'm gonna allow you to forget that by saving and moving on. Uh, quick look at the standings again, just to refresh our memories. So this is all set. The Aviators are the 1 seed, the Pathfinders are the 2 seed, the Crabs are the 3 seed, and the Voyagers are the 4 seed. Um, and Stars are the 1 seed. They will have over the Taurus no matter what happens. The Apex will be the 3 seed, and then who knows what happens with this. I will not show the divisional unless there's a situation where, let's say, Detroit wins 3 in a row, and this is still like that's the only reason this game would be shown. Or yeah, just as a forewarning. Well, let's find out. Let's find. Let's find out. Let's see where you are in the stats thingy when we keep going forward. Because we got minors games to show first. The Lemurs will sweep the Bears. That's a very big sweep for them. 3-0. For the hitting, 2 hits for Dinker, 2 RBIs for Junior, 2 hits for Poppy and Morley. For the pitching, hey, my name is gets the win. Westbrook gets the save. Joe gets the loss, and Matt, hi, my name is gets the play of the game. Yeah, that basically eliminates the Bears, I think, effectively. I think it's like 3 back. I mean, technically it's possible, but like, yeah. Firehawks went 4-3 over the Kingpins as they keep. I believe it's like they keep alive. They're still in it with the Lemurs, so it's gonna be a crazy finish. 4 hits for Kryptonite, 2 hits for Snake and Joy, 3 hits for Honkball, 2 hits for Ruth. Yeah, the Kingpins were eliminated. It's hard to remember. Yay, I got a win. Considerations gets the win. 43 and 24/7 gets the hold. Katarina gets the save. Gold Biscuit gets the loss. And Dux Kryptonite is your player of the game. The Flamingos will win 8-1 over the Hepcats. As the Hepcats probably don't want this to happen now. It's probably not the right moment to have a bit of a skid. Although the Flamingos was always going to be a tough series. So, yeah. 2 hits for Prosper and Becker. 2 hits for Emmis. For the pitching, Swishman gets the win. Ziegler gets the loss. Swishman is your player of the game. The Swifties beat 13-2. Yeah, see, this is what's supposed to happen. For the hitting, 2 hits for So and Frog, 3 hits for Joey, 2 hits for Nukrum, Shadow, and 5 RBIs for Shadow. Batting practice gets the loss, T2 gets the win, and Stephen Strange is your player of the game. And finally, the Wheelers will win over the Armadillo 16-5. As well, at least it's neat and organized, sort of. I realize we're in the same situation, I think. But let's look at the standings to be sure. 2 hits for 4 RBIs for Bailey the third, as well as Trentau. 2 hits for Chickson, No, Bubs, and Le Swift. Yeah, just like last season, because reasons. Because what goes around comes around. God help us all. Velo gets the win, Coswell gets the loss, and Ted Janulis gets the play of the game. And this time, I would get it right now. I understand why it happened last time. I forgot about that rule when it happened. So. And let's say, yeah, a lot of home runs. Jesus. Look at the standings. So yeah, still tied for the bye. Kansas City holding on for dear life. I mean, okay, they're in a good spot, but also they really cannot afford to lose anymore. Three-way tie for the 5 and 6 seed because of reasons. And the Bears are effectively out of it. Theoretically, they could win out. But, yeah. So, let's keep going. Let's save. let's go another day, and I'm gonna see because I'm gonna see if Stundon is starting. I believe it's a no games for each. Yep. Let's save, and then we are going to. Yeah, I'm gonna double check. Yeah, no 1 or 2 situation for the last spot. So we're gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna do this one. I know it's just 2, but because it's not a. Oh, you have to win no matter what. We're gonna keep going with this. If the Toros happen to win the division, good for them. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fun. Well, on the bright side, we probably won't have... Well, on the bright side, I think that clinches that we won't get a three-way tie. I think. Let's look at the Apex to see if Stun... Yeah, Stundion is starting. Yeah, but that's because you had the daybreak. So that came at the perfect time for the daybreak. Yeah, we're not gonna... We're gonna quick sim. We're gonna quick sim. There's no... I mean, there's no clinching scenarios. Yeah, there's no clinching scenarios, so... Well, yeah. Actually, very quickly, let's take a look at your energy, because why not? Sorry, I know this is, I know we already take a lot of time, but you're at 58%. Oh no! How is that? How is it at 58% and it's 14? Wow. Okay. Oh, it's because they were treating you as a reliever. That's probably why. And as a reliever, you have less energy. Oh, that's why. That actually makes a lot of sense, unfortunately. So I am so sorry in advance. Thankfully, the Apex are clinched into the spot, so yeah. Oh, and then I forgot Casey could join us in the 3 spot. Let's not think about any of this stuff right now. Heh. I was just about to say. So let's do some quick sims right now. The Crabs win over the Voyagers 9-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for Rosha, 2 hits for Vita and Raru, 3 hits for Cove. For the pitching, we got Stroh getting the loss, Daly getting the win, DeSoto getting the save, and Cod Raru is your play of the game. The Slots win 7-3 over the Vandals. For the hitting, 2 hits for Marcus Cold Fresca and Wolfington Jr., 4 hits for O'Sullivan Jr., 3 hits for Swerve Jr., 2 hits for Hayes. The Pathfinders win 7-4 over the Raptors. For the hitting, 4 hits for Brinkley Jr., 2 hits for Cato and Enderman, 2 hits for Eminem, Vacuum, and Joy. For the pitching, except a Welcome getting the win, Medbone gets the save, Cove gets the loss, and Harvey Brinkley Jr. is your player of the game. And the Aviators win 6-1 over the Surge. For the hitting, 2 hits for King Jr., 2 hits for Harper, Donuts, Garbanzo, and Brooks, and 3 total bases for Harper. I'm just doing that because I like to note the progress. Oh, that might be difficult then. For the pitching, Sally gets the loss, Striker Jr. gets the win, Jones gets the hold, Striker Jr. is your player of the game. The Toros win 10-5 over the Scorpions. For the hitting, 2 hits for Essence, Quinn, Yaboa, 2 hits for Salmon Arms, 4 hits for McGillicuddy, 3 hits for Brewski, Wall, Murphy, and Jackson. For the pitching, Roy gets the loss, Montagna gets the win, and Chadwick McGillicuddy is your player of the game. And the Sea Serpents win 8-2, which means the Toros will win the division. Congratulations. And I'm sure Riguru fan did not want to see this. 4 hits for Angel, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Allard, 2 hits for Fakar and Bullworm. For the pitching, Troy gets the win, Eshelman Jr. gets the loss, and Chris Angel is your player of the game, and we had a rain delay of 52 minutes in the 6th inning. Which probably explains why they left after, well, 94. Never mind. Okay, maybe not so much. The Demons win 7-4. Oh, thanks to a 4-run top of the 9th, and they take the lead in this playoff race. For the hitting, 2 hits for Granholm, Reyes, and Jolly. 2 hits for Andrews, 4 hits. 4 RBIs for Bozovsky. For the pitching, Abernathy started the game. Rogowski gets the win. Hitoshi Yanagi gets the hold. Crunk Jr. gets the loss and the blown save. And Marcelo Reyes is your player of the game. And then the Space Rangers win 12-5. For the hitting, 2 hits for Juju, 2 hits for Car Crash, 2 RBIs for Catcher Scudder, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Namite, 4 hits for Buoyant. Yeah, I know, right? I wonder why. For the pitcher, you actually didn't do that badly. I mean, considering your situation, that's actually not bad. Mao gets the loss on the blown save, Marston gets the win, and Boyan is your player of the game. Like, I would take that. And we're going to save. Look at the standings again, and the Toros, yes, have clinched the division, and the Demons are 1 up on the Rougarou. So, time to go to the minors. Yeah, we're gonna go to the minors. Oh, poor runners, they lost 14 in a row. I mean, at some point they're bound to happen, but still. Alright, here we go. The Wheelers win 12-6 over the Ranas. They have a 15-game losing streak now. For the hitting, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Breaker, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Frog, 2 hits for a lot of the people. There are 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Plainview, 4 hits for Danks. For the pitching, Francois Jacques Jean gets the loss, Holmes gets the win. Clay Holmes is your player of the game. The Lemurs will win 10-2 over the Hepcats. For the hitting, we have Hidari getting 2 hits as well as Tege. 3 hits for Junior Lamborghini, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Flamingo. For the pitching, Xavier gets the loss, Naminon gets the win. Little Flamingo is your player of the game. The Flamingos win 3-2 on a walk-off over the Swifties. A walk, because why not? For the hitting, 2 hits for Fox, Nokrum, and Shadow. 2 hits for Bunga and Phillip. For the pitching, Exos gets the loss. Jones gets the win and the blown save. Wade Williams Jr. gets the player of the game. The Bears stay alive barely, 9-0. Although I think because I think no matter they're out anyway because the Fox and Dilla play each other, so only one of them can win. One of them has to win, and then the Lemurs, of course, won. So yeah, but they won anyway, 9-0. Because why not? 2 hits for Mom Spooner, 4 hits for Taka, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Duke, and 2 hits for Chicago. For the pitching, Kaufman gets the win, Pocket gets the loss, and Kobe Kaufman is your player of the game. And the Dillos win 11-6 over the Firehawks, despite the Firehawks' best efforts. For the hitting, 4 hits for Jordan, 3 RBIs for Bubs, 2 hits for Snake, Kryptonite, and Joy. Well, I don't think so, because there's 2 left, and well, let's find out. I'm gonna have to review the standings anyway. Greedy gets the win, Tatum gets the loss, and Hal Jordan is your player of the game. Because all 3 of them were tied. The lead was obviously 1-1, so that takes them over the Bears no matter what. And then one of Firehawks still had to win. And obviously, obviously one of them did. So I think that means that the Bears are out no matter what. But let's check anyway. Because I do want to double check. Yeah, the Bears are out because There's no way. I mean, unless the Firehawks and Armadillos had played separate series, then there would have been a chance. But because one of them had to win, and the Lumas won, and the Lumas had lost, then they would have had a chance. But so yeah. But I get it. I thought maybe there's a chance they would stay alive. So, alright, with that, I don't know what to think about this because like, yeah, okay, no, I remember now. Oh man, should I just show the Dillos Firehawk series? I should do that, right? Yeah, because uh, yeah, because that will clinch a spot for the Dillos. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Because, like, if I quick sim the Armadillos and Firehawks game, I could miss the Dillos clinching. Yeah. If it's okay with you guys, I think I will do that. Show the Dillos Firehawks game. Oh, I'll quick sim the rest. Um, yeah. Or let's see. Well, no, I'm gonna quick sim the Rugu game first because the demons could clinch as well. Yeah, so I'm going to quick sim the Rugu game first, and if they lose, then I will show the demons game. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I always usually, yeah, yeah, I don't care about that. It's good for the teams involved, but I care only about the the final seeds. Yeah, yeah. So that's um, yeah. I just like clinching more, so that's mainly why I do that first. So let's just go through the games first because it's very possible it might not matter. So let's save again. Yeah. So let's first see if we even need to do any majors games. Let's yeah, let's quick play the New Orleans. Yeah, let's quick play New Orleans, and then if New Orleans loses, then that means Demons will be magic number 1, and then we'll show the Demons game. So let's see what happens, and then we'll go win. Okay, so that's cool. We won't. That's cool. All right, that's fine. They win 5-3 over the Sea Serpents. Hitting 2 hits for Allard, 2 hits for Renberg, for Carr, 3 hits for Southworth. For the pitching, Cookie gets the loss, Muck 43 gets the win, O'Kanum gets the save, Muck 43 is your player of the game. Cool, alright, so let's do Majors Quick Sims first. The Voyagers win 2-1 over the Crabs. For the hitting, just 3 hits for New York, but they made them count. 2 hits for Cool Crab, the only RBI. For the pitching, Rove gets the win, Rosas gets the save, Meta gets the loss, and Beauregard Rove is your player of the game. The Sloths win 7-4 over the Vandals. For the hitting, 3 hits for Marcus and Cold, 2 hits for Lanikai and O'Sullivan Jr., 2 hits for Dan and Bear. For the pitching, Duck gets the win, Kimura gets the save, Shepard gets the loss, and Slamdorf is your player of the game. The Pathfinders win 3-2 over the Raptors. For the hitting, 2 hits for Brinkley Jr. and Johnson Jr., 2 hits for Ziegler and Dynasty. For the pitching, Starscream gets the win, Mudbone gets the hold, Ford gets the save, and Ovechkin gets the loss. Starscream is your player of the game. The Aviators win 6-0 over the Surge. For the hitting, just 3 hits for Buffalo, 2 hits for Harper and Donuts. No, Legends is done. Legends is very done. Irons. Oh, we got a complete game shut up by PayDV2. 3 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts. Iron gets the loss, and Johnny PayDV2 is your player of the game. Yeah, so you are, I think, 4 away. So, something like that. The Toros win 5-3 over the Scorpions. Yeah. So that's usually why, well, I always like to do clinching first, as much as I understand the other way around. Hitting, 2 hits for Yaboa and Guerrero, 3 hits for Salmon Arms, 2 hits for Bluesky and Murphy. I will check when we're done with the majors. For the pitching, Roberts gets the loss, Wheeler gets the win, Good gets the hold, Pacor gets the save. Win Wheeler is your player of the game. And the Stars win 8-6, and we are tied again. Thanks to a walk-off 2-run home run from Love. For the hitting, 3 hits for Ruiz and Dogwood, 2 hits for Zach Quill, 2 hits for Allen, 43 and a quarter, and Love, 4 RBIs for Love as well. For the pitching, Blanco gets the hold, Delling gets the loss and the blown save, Ottav gets the win, and Mo Love is your player of the game. And Luther McIntosh ties the Detroit regular season game record with walks with 8. And finally, the Luna Bay Space Rangers win 9-1 over the Apex. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Catcher Scudder, 2 hits for a lot of people on Luna Base. For the pitching, Bubble gets the loss, Green gets the win, Robert Green gets the player of the game. And we're going to save and look at this. Yes. Let's see. Let's look at for Harper. Can you see the total? Can you see the total bases? Oh, total base is 297. So, yeah. Alright, so for the majors. Yeah, so Legends are done. I mean, part of me wants to show both games, but that's, I mean, no. I'm gonna choose which game honestly looks less interesting. And we'll quick sum that, and then, play out the other game. I think that's fine, maybe? Oh, wait. Yeah, 1 game. Let's go to the minors first, because I do want to do a minors game. It's been a while. And I think the best case scenario for this... Yes, I think the best case scenario... I think the best case scenario is to show Dillo's Firehawks, because Dillo's, if they win, they clinch. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll just do that. I mean, honestly, we've only shown 3 games so far, so it's not that bad. I keep thinking it's too much, but actually that's fine, because then... Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And then, after those 3 games, we'll figure out how to deal with the minors when it comes time to it. So, and since Louisville... Oh, but Louisville could clinch as well. Okay, I'm going to show Bannon off for Armadillo's Firehawks. Because... Well, but Lima's could clinch. If Dillos win, and then Lima's... Like, just because the Firehawks lose does not mean they're eliminated. And then Lima's could possibly clinch and by winning against the Hepcats. So I will do Bannon off for this game. And then we'll see what happens. If the Firehawks win, then we just keep on going. So, I think that's fair. Cool. So let's do that. Scores. Let's go to Dillo's Firehawks. Right. Well, that's why I didn't want to, like, not let the Limas see the possible clinching. Yes, that's why, in case the Firehouse, if the Steelers won, if the Firehouse won, I would have been better about showing BNN because obviously Limas couldn't clinch anyway. But if the Firehawks lost, well then obviously I would want to show that. Yeah. So let's get a prediction going for Amarillo um and California. And hello Enoch. I'm sure you're thankful you don't have to deal with this again. For now. We almost had a situation where we wouldn't gonna actually do this because I'm not that crazy. Well, the Pathfinders and slots, they were 6-pack entering, and I was like, no, no, this is not okay. This is not okay. I have some sensibility. Um, I was just gonna show not all the games. I'm like, no, unless something bad really happened. Toronto's are probably winning the division. Thankfully, Toronto won anyway, so it's like, okay, whatever, at least in the third game, but I was really worried. I was like, no, it's not okay. I am back. I well, I like my voice. That's why. I actually love Chaos as a neutral, but when you have to call the games, you don't like it as much. So it was even weirder because the slots on my team and one of my teams. It was like, yeah, I want them to win, but I also don't want to lose my sanity. So anyway, let's get started. Let's make sure BNN is off. It should be off. It's off. So if Amarillo wins, they clinch the playoff, and we will be showing the Lemurs game next. If they lose, then we'll continue. So the Swift will bats against Winalito, as does a walk. So run him at first with no out for Hoodlum Havoc, and there's a fly ball to left, and that will be caught for out number 1. Jordan now will get a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. 55 for the Swift. As there's a fly ball to center, that will be caught out number 2. Callahan will bat. As there's a fly ball out to the left right fielder there, as that's a scoreless top of the first. We are to the bottom of the first, starting with Reeves. As Alessio will be the starting pitcher for Amarillo, as there's a swing and a miss out number 1. As Scott will bat. As there's a fly ball out to the left fielder, out number 1. Oh, sorry, 2. Smalls will get a fly ball to center field that will be caught, out number 3. As that's a scoreless bottom of the first. as Barco Bubs will lead it off. As that will be a fly out to the third baseman for out number 1. No, will bat now, as that will be a fly ball out to the center fielder. Nice grab by Scott, as Hopkins will get a base hit over the third baseman's head for a single. So runner at first with 2 out for Cheekson. As there's a no, nice grab by the second baseman for out number 3. And that's a scoreless top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second now with Sploger. As Sploger will take a walk, so runner at first with no out for Hernandez. As there's a pickoff and is out. So the first out is recorded. As there's a base hit past the second baseman into right for a single. As Snake will get a stolen base attempt from Hernandez and he is safe. 35 for the season. Swing and a miss, out number 2 for Rock Eater. As that will be a nice grab by the shortstop to save a run probably. So that's a scoreless bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third now. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Lift Swift will get a ground ball out to the shortstop. Out number 1 or 2. Sorry, Hoodlum Havoc now will get a grab by the shortstop. And that's a scoreless top of the third, as we have no runs scored so far in this ball game. As Kryptonite will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Joy will bat. As that will be a ground ball out to the first baseman, out number 1 or 2. Sorry, Reeves will get a fly ball out. Nice grab by the. Yeah, he hung on to it. Nice grab. And that will be the third out of the inning. So we head to the top of the fourth. As Jordan will bat. As that will be a ground ball out to the shortstop. Out number 1. Callahan now will get a fly ball to second. Out number 2. Bubs will get a fly ball to right field. And that is out of field. That's a home run. And the Dillos take the lead. As Noah will bat, and that will be a fly ball to second, and that's an out. And that's a lead for the Dillos as we head to the bottom of the fourth, see if the Firehawks can answer back. As Scott will bat with a full count, and he will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 1. Smalls will get a ground ball out to the shortstop, out number 2. Sploger will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught, out number 3. So that's a scoreless bottom of the fourth. Top of the fifth we go. As Hopkins will lead it off. As there's a fly ball out to the shortstop, out number 1. Chickson will bat, and there's a walk. So runner at first with 1 out for Boudreaux. As there is a base hit into left. Runner will stay at second for the Swift. As there is a nice grab by the second baseman, but he doesn't beat it out. Bases loaded, 1 out now. As Hoodlum Havoc will bat. As there is a fly ball to the catcher, and he catches it, out number 2. Jordan now will get a base hit into right. That will be 2 runs scored, and it is a 3-0 Amarillo lead in the top of the fifth. As Callahan now will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught for out number 3. So that's a 2 runs scored. We're to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hernandez will bat now, and there's a swing and a miss, out number 1. Snake now will bat. As there is a base hit into left center field. That will bounce off the wall, and that will be a stand-up double. So runner at second with 1 out for Rock Eater. With a full count, and he gets a base hit up the middle. They will send him around third, and he will score and the Firehawks get on the board. It is 3-1 now. As Kryptonite will bat. And he will take a walk. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Joy. As that will be a ground ball to second to first, but not second to short, but not to first. As Reeves will get a base hit. Runner will score. Second to go to third. It is a 3-2 ball game now. As Scott will bat. As there is a fly ball to the right that will be caught for the third out, but the Firehawks answer back a bit. They pull closer. It is 3-2 now. Bubs will bat and get a squibbler to the second baseman, and he throws it to first. Nice play. No will get a fly ball to shortstop, and that's caught for the second out. Hopkins with a full count will swing and a miss, out number 3, and as Winalito has stabilized himself quite nicely. As we head to the bottom of the 6th with Smalls leading it off. As that will be a base hit into center. That will be a single. As Sploger will come up the bat. As that will be another base hit. Runner stays at second. So runner at first and second with no out for Hernandez. As that will be a ground ball to second to short to first at the double play. As Snake will face Rockman now. And that's a walk. Runners at the corners with 2 out for Rock Eater. As that will be a fly ball out to the center fielder there as the run does not come across the score. It is still a 3-2 ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. As Chickson will bat. As that will be a base hit past the third baseman and into left for a single. Boudreaux will bat against Sigmayo of Katarina. As that's a strikeout looking out number 1. As the Swift will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 2. As Hoodlum Havoc will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught for out number 3. And so the side is retired. Bottom of the 7th, stretch time in California. As Kryptonite will bat with a full count. He will get a base hit into left, just over the third baseman's head. So the tying run is on base for Joy. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Reeves now will take a walk. So runner at first and second with 1 out for Scott. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Smalls will bat. And there's a ground ball to short to second. That's an out. So no damage done there. As the Firehawks have had many opportunities to score and haven't done so yet. Top of the 8th we go. As Jordan will lead it off. As there's a fly ball to center. That will be caught for out number 1. Callahan now. As there's a fly ball to left center field. And that is caught for out number 2. Bubs will get a ground ball to first. As the inning is over. Bottom of the 8th we go. As Sploger will bat. And that will be a walk. So runner at first with no out for Hernandez. As Basta lead enters the ball game now for Amarillo. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop to the first baseman, but the runner goes to second. Snake will get a ground ball to second to first, but the runner goes to third. Rock Eater will get a fly ball to left, and that will be an out as the Firehawks cannot score. Top of the 9th we go. Last chance probably to add on. As No will bat. As that will be a fly ball out in foul territory for out number 1. Hopkins will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 2. Chickson will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 3, and that's a scoreless top of the 9th. Last chance for the Firehawks. They need 1 to tie, 2 or more to win. Kryptonite will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Joy will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Last chance in Reeves. Ground ball to second. And he gets out, and the Dillos have clinched the playoff spot. Which means we will be seeing the Lima's Hepcats game next. So with that, we have 2 RBIs for Jordan, 2 just single hits for California. Alessio gets the win, Rockman the hold, delete the save. Winalito gets the loss. Alessio is your player of the game. And with that, we're going to save and confirm out just to make sure. Yeah, so you see here, wait, oh, right, so the Hepcats have clinched also. Yeah, I should have probably realized that. So, that's cool. So, Hepcats, congratulations, you're in the playoffs. Uh, I should have probably realized that, but for some reason the math got a little tangled in my head. And so we have the Limas game. So if the Limas win, they're in. If not, well, we have to play both sets of games, and we'll have 4 games to play. So let's do that. Kansas City at Louisville. Let's get a prediction going for that. Yeah, it's been a long stream. So yeah, who leads at the end of the 5th? So if Louisville wins, that's it. If we lose, well, if we if the well, it'll be a long stream. I mean, it's been 4 games. Okay, so it hasn't been like too long, but yeah, it feels long. I think it's all the quick sims we've had. That's probably why I'm just like, no, I can keep going. It's just more like, just insane to think about that we could have 4. See, this is why I didn't want to show both 108s, because neither game by themselves are clinching scenarios. Right. Well, then that's just, well, if they both, what do you mean lose? Like both. Yeah. Well, if Louisville loses, then we keep going. Yeah. Um. Yes. this we're playing game 107 for Louisville. If they win, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, then we have to play both. Well, theoretically, it doesn't have to be both because California could just lose. But in theory, we'd have to play both. Yeah. Speaking of which, let's get started because we have a lot of potential games to play. So I think, yeah, I think this one we can put Bannon on because the rest of the games don't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? Why can't you show Ban? Isn't it 107 for the majors done with? This is 107 for the. No, this is game 107 for the minors. Cause see the date. Oh, what is the date? Let's double check the dates. Let's cancel game quick. Yeah, it's Sunday, September 14th. So they still have one. This is game 107 for the minors. If you see in the pros, they've already done one. They've already done 107. So they won't. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. But I wanted to double check, so that's why we can turn Bannon off. Sorry, on. Because it won't sim the majors games. God, if that happened, I'd feel horrible, legit. Um, no, you're good. No, please, no. I'm glad that I'd rather notice it now and be a little bit, sorry to say this, a bit reactive. No, you're good. Don't worry. Then, oh, you notice afterwards. Yeah, you came in a good time. So yeah, let's get started. So Kansas City at Louisville. Louisville, they win, they're in the playoffs. They lose, we keep going. So Tege will lead it off against Benico. As there's a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 1. Walker will bat as there's a fly ball out to the catcher, out number 2. Emmis will bat. That'll be a base hit into center for a single. So runner at first with 2 out for Cow. And that will be a base hit into right. So runners at first and second with 2 out for Judge. As that will be a fly ball to center field, and that is over his head. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. As the runner will go to third on the throw. And he is out. I don't know why in the world he would do that, but it's a 2-run double turned into a out at third for the Kansas City Hepcats. As we head to the bottom of the yeah, what are you doing? I don't know. What are you doing? I was like stunned. I thought it was gonna be one of those, you go to third on the throw kind of thing, and like, okay, fine, whatever. And there's a walk. Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, Kelly, and there's a stolen base attempt. He's safe. 35th on the season. Kelly now will get a fly ball to center. That will be caught for out number 1. Junior now will bat, and there's a base hit into left. Runner had to stay at second, so he goes to third only, as we have runners at the corners with 1 out for Bolt. And there's a ground ball, double play, out for the inning. So the top of the second we go now. Yeah. I wish I had enough money for that. I'm kidding. I'm not here to bribe. There's a fly ball out by Crawford for out number 1. Thompson will get a fly ball to right field. And that is caught for out number 2. Berlina now will get a base hit past the first and second baseman for a single. Hidoi will bat. As that will be a ground ball to the shortstop to the second baseman, and that's the scoreless top of the second. Bottom of the second we go. As Lamborghini will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 1. As Flamingo will bat. As there is a fly ball to left center field, and that's out of here. A solo home run as the lead is cut in half. As McLovin Jr. will bat. As there is a base hit up the middle for a single. As Sugisawa will bat. On a full count, he takes a walk. So runner at first and second with 1 out for Mayo. As there is a nice grab by the third baseman for out number 2. There's a wild pitch. Reynolds goes to second and third now for Bendis. As there is a ground ball to shortstop thrown to first out number 3. But the Lemurs get one on the board. It is 2-1 Kansas City. Nolan Tege will lead it off, and there's a ground ball out to the second baseman, out number 1. Walker now will get a scribbler to the catcher. That will be thrown out for out number 2. Emmis will bat, as there's a ground ball to the shortstop, out number 3. That's a scoreless top of the third. We enter the bottom of the third now. As Kelly will lead it off. As that will be a base hit into center, just over the shortstop's head, for a single for Nick Jr. As there's a ground ball no, he's safe at first, but he gets out at second. As there's a ground ball to third to second, but not to first. 2 out there. Lamborghini now. As there's a fly ball to what would be? That will be shortstop. He goes in and he gets the out, so the Lemurs cannot score there. Top of the fourth. As there is a fly ball to left, and that is out of here. Solo home run for Cal as the Hepcats expend their lead to 3-1. As Judge will bat. As there is a fly ball to left, that'll be caught for out number 1. Crawford now will get a base hit into left. That will be a single. Runner at first with 1 out for Thompson. And there's a fly ball to right field, and that is out of here. 2-run home run as the Hepcats expend their lead to 5-1. As booing everywhere. Or I guess just in Louisville. I don't know. As we have Berlina, who will get a base hit into center for a single. So runner at first with 1 out for Hidari, as there's a base hit up the middle. So we have runner stays at second for Tej, I think. As there's a ground ball to second to short, but not to first. So runner at the corner is for Walker. As there's a scribbler to the second baseman, he gets the out there. But 3 runs on the top of the fourth means that we have a 5-1 lead now. As Flamingo will bat. As the Lemurs try to answer back. As they get a fly out to the right. That's caught for out number 1. McLovin Jr. will bat. As that will be a scribbler to the pitcher. And he throws it to first. Out number 2, Sugisawa will get a base hit just past third. That's the slowest hit I've ever seen. That's a double. As Mayo will bat. A swing and a miss, out number 3, and that's a scoreless, bottom of the fourth. We are to the top of the fifth now. Oh, I probably should close the prediction. Yeah. Consider it's the fifth now. And there's a base hit into right center field for Emmis for a single. Cal will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught. A Scud missile will enter the ball game for the Lemurs. Judge will get a base hit into center. Runner stays at second for Crawford. As Crawford will get a double play. So the side is retired. Bottom of the fifth. As Bendis will lead it off. As that will be a fly ball out to the shortstop, out number 1. Kelly now will get a fly ball out to the right fielder there, out number 2. As there's a fly ball to left. That will be out number 3. So scoreless bottom of the fifth. We're at the top of the 6th now. Thompson now will get a ground ball to the pitcher, catcher, and he throws it to first. Bolina will get a fly ball to right. That is caught, out number 2. Hidari now will get a fly ball to right. That is caught, out number 3. So let's just score this top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th we go now. As Bolt will get a fly ball out to the right fielder. The right fielder is getting a lot of work this game, and Lamborghini will get a ground ball out to the second baseman. Out number 2. Flamingo will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught. So no offense going for the Lemurs in this ball game. As KJ will lead it off. As there's a fly ball to right, that will be an out. Walker will strike out looking, out number 2. That's a fork ball. MS now will get a fly ball to right, left field, and that is out of, no, it's off the wall. That will be a triple. That was so close to a home run. As Cal will bat. As that will be a, no, nice grab by the third baseman to save a run. As it is 5-1 now. Oh, excuse me. As definitely not Cohen Truitt enters the ball game now for Kansas City. As McLovin Jr. will get a base hit into right. So runner at first with no out for Sugasawa. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Mayo now. Mayo will get a base hit into right. Runner goes to third and will be safe sliding into third. Top of the order now in Bendis. And there's a walk, bases loaded, 1 out for Kelly. Very dangerous situation. As there's a wild pitch and the runners will advance at base. And that will be another run for the Lemurs. 5-2 now. As that will be a base hit into right. 1 run will score. Runner stays at third. So the go-ahead run is at the plate in junior. As that will be a fly ball to center field. And that's off the, not really off the wall, but it's close enough. 1 run will score. Okay, it is off the wall. It looked like it was just in front of the warning track, but 3 runs in innings now as Eddie Catch is in the ball game now. As there's a nice grab by the shortstop to save a run. Lamborghini will strike out, but the Lemurs are back in this ball game. It is a 1-run game. As Judge will bat. As that will be a base hit into right, or left, sorry. Crawford now will get a base hit into left. Runner stays at second for Thompson. Fly ball into center. That will be caught. Runner sags and goes to third and will be safe standing up. So runners at the corners with 1 out for Bolina facing Westbrook. As there's a fly ball to right. Runner tags and does not try the hand of the right fielder. Hidari will get a fly ball to center, and the damage is not done. So nice walk by the pitcher who just came in to save possibly a bunch of runs. As Flamingo leads it off. As there's a fly ball to left field, and this game is tied. 430 feet, as there's a brand new ball game now. As McLovin Jr. will bat now, and he gets a ground ball out to the shortstop. Out number 1. Sugasawa will get a base hit into center, and the go-ahead run is on base for Mayo. As there's a fly ball out. Nice grab by the center fielder there for out number 2. Bendis facing Checker. Entering the ball game now. As there's a nice grab by the first baseman, but the game has been turned upside down. Sort of. It's a tie game now. I guess technically that could be it. As Teje will get a ground ball to third. Out number 1. Walker will get a ground ball. No, he beats it out. Infield hit. MS will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught. Runner stays at first. Cow will... No, there's a pickoff throw. He's out. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. First chance for them to walk it off. As there's a fly ball to center by Kelly. Out number 1. Junior now. As there's a ground ball out to the second baseman. Out number 2. Bolt. Strike 3 looking. And we'll head into extras in game 107. Cal will lead it off. As Westbrook still in the game, and he gets a base hit into left. So the go-ahead run is on base for Judge. As there's a ground ball to short to second to first. Double play. Clutch double play there for the Lemurs as Crawford will bat. Strike 3 looking as that's... Oh, well. Yeah, well. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Lamborghini up the bat. As there will be a base hit into center. So the go-ahead run on base for the Lemurs and Flamingo. There's a ground ball to third to second, but not to first, as that's the first out there. McLevin Jr. will get a ground ball to third. No, he boots it. He boots it, and the winning run is at second. Sugasawa now will get a ground ball to first to second, but not to first, as it's 2 out now for Mayo. As there's a ground ball to second to first, we're headed to the 11th. Many chances for the Lemurs to walk it off there, and they could not capitalize. As Thompson will bat against Serrano Jr. As there's a ground ball to third, out number 1. Bolina now, with a full count, will get a ground ball to short. Or the second, sorry, for out number 2. Hidori now. Swing and a miss, out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 11th. Bendis will lead it off. As there's a fly ball to left. That will be out. Out number 1. Kelly will face T-shirt cutter. As there's a fly ball to right center field. That is out of field. And that is a walk-off win. And the Lemurs are headed to the postseason. What a way to do it. As the playoff picture is set. So with that, 3 hits for MS, Cows, and Judge. 2 hits for Crawford and Bolina. 3 hits for Kelly. 2 hits for Junior, Flamingo, McLevin Jr., and Sugasawa. Yes, that is why you spend so much fake money. But, you know, whatever. Oh, so, Nolan, did I say your last name right? Teje? How do you say it? Just for future reference. Pitching, T-shirt cutter gets the loss, catch gets the blown save, Serrano Jr. gets the win, and Little Flamingo is your player of the game. Well then, we're gonna go through some box scores of the minors now. We did that. The Flamingos win 1-0, and they've clinched the 2 seed. Just single hits for State College, 3 hits for Bunga, 2 hits for Becker. What did you just say, Hummus? Pitching, Beans gets the loss, Waters the 5th gets the win, and Miss gets the save. Hex Water the 5th gets the play of the game. Oh. Oh, I see. I was so confused. I was like, what are you... Okay, anyway. We saw that game. The Wheelers win 4-3 on a walk-off. Two runs in the bottom of the ninth. A walk, because, of course. Hitting. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Stop, 2 hits for Bullfrog, 3 hits for Von Caliente. For the pitching, Vandals gets the hold, and Mitt as well. Muna gets the loss and the blown save. Random gets the win, and Amy 43 is your player of the game. Finally, the Kingpins win 11-5 over the Bears thanks to a 7-run bottom of the 5th. Hitting 3 hits for Duke, 3 hits for Punkball, 2 hits for Jobu and Gnomes, 4 hits, 4 RBIs for Latch. And I think I feel more comfortable now showing both majors 108. Now that I didn't have to deal with 2 more Mariners games. So Moto gets the loss, Wiggins gets the win. Gavin Latch is your player of the game. And that's that. So let's review the standings one last time. So yeah, everything's already set. Well, except for this. But we don't have to worry about that because that's all seedings. That's a mess. We'll deal with that later. So congratulations to every team that made the playoffs. I am not happy as a Firehouse player, but that's okay. We always got next season. So, all right, and we got one last thing to take care of, which is this mess. So, I'm gonna show both games because they don't play each other. I hope that's okay with you guys. And then we'll see if we need a 108, 109. So we are going to save, and we're going to keep going forward. Actually, first things first, we're gonna do quick sims. Because no other game matters. So let's do quick sims real quick of the games that aren't New Orleans or Detroit. So New York will win 9-6 over the Crabs. For the hitters, 4 hits for Kruger, 3 hits for Pico, 2 hits for Kulik, Warren, and Otage, 2 hits for Benito, Gonzalez, and Cove. For the pitching, Gausman gets the win, Closer gets the save, Donahue gets the loss, Ben Kruger is your player of the game. And the Aviators win 3-2 on a walk-off. Xavier McMagic, one scoring single. And unfortunately, Harper did not. We knew that though. Did not set the record, but she came pretty. Harper came pretty darn close. 299. So, 2 hits for Buck. Oh God, 2 hits for Buckshake and Thriller. I have a feeling someone got ejected. 2 hits for Khan and Harper. Yeah, sorry Bailey. You came so close. That first game was like, oh, you're gonna hit it, aren't you? No. Wait. Oh, must have been a. They just inserted as a D. Okay, that's weird. It's not a pinch hitter situation. It's just inserted as a DH in the 10th. Oh, it must have been like extra settings or something. Maybe. Anyway, Ishioka gets the loss. Jiwoo gets the blown save. Jones gets the win. Carl Johnson is your player of the game. The Pathfinders win 5-4 in the 10th inning. For the hitting, 2 hits for Johnson Jr., 3 hits for Deathridge, 3 RBIs for Ixon, 3 hits for Leg, 2 hits for Ziegler. Pitching, Ford gets the blown save, Gremlin gets the win, Fring gets the save, a ball gets the loss. Tyler Deathridge is your player of the game. Sloths win 9-3 over the Vandals. For the hitting, 2 hits for RBIs for Marcus, 2 hits for Fresca, 3 hits for Slamdorf and De Jong. DePollo gets the win, Sauber gets the loss, and Don Marcus is your player of the game. We're going to save this game, and we're going to save this game. Apex wins 7-2 over the Luna Bay Space Rangers, thanks to 4 runs in the top of the 7th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Catcher Scudder and Cove, and for Car Crash, a bunch of single hits for Luna Base. For the pitching, Farnsworth gets the win, Macarena gets the loss. Car Crash is your player of the game. Finally, these Toros will win 9-0 over the Scorpions. Poor Scorpions. For the hitting, not much for Death Valley. 2 hits for Wall, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Miss. For the pitching, Hydroshad gets the loss, Theodore gets the win. Center Fielder is your player of the game. And with that, we are going to save. Now, the next game we are going to do... let's just go in order. So, let's go New Orleans versus Seattle first. No BNN on. And then the next game will be Detroit-Nashville. And I say this because, of course, both teams are tied. So, mods, if you want to get a prediction going for Seattle and New Orleans, that would be great. Just as a reminder, New Orleans and Detroit are tied. So, it really just depends on which team does better than the other. Which is why I'm showing both games. Because, obviously, yeah. So as you see here, New Orleans has most of the players. But, I mean, this is baseball, so anything can happen. So basically, if both New Orleans and Detroit win, there will be a game 109. I want to say New Orleans hosts that game, but I'll check later. And then if one wins, one loses, you know, whoever wins goes forward. If both lose, then, again, tie situation. And actually, I do want to check for myself really quickly, because I'm going to double check the rules for tiebreaker. I want to figure this out now so that we can have a streamlined if it happens. So the rules say that in a tiebreaker situation, if 2 teams tied, they will play a single game with home field advantage determined using these rules. First head-to-head winning percentage. I believe they're tied 5-5 right now. So we keep going to run differential. Let's see what the run differential was while we're waiting for you to bet. Yeah, that's why that's why I want to find. So while the bets are going on, we're going to take a look at the expanded standings. Of course, this could change. But right now, Demons have a run differential of +2. Okay, so New Orleans has home field advantage. I think that's safe to say. Unless somehow there's a game that's like 50... I think that's safe to say that New Orleans has home field advantage in that game. Yeah, let's double check. I believe you, and I know because I checked. But yeah, 5-5-5. Yeah, well, no, I mean, so I think that actually makes sense to play this game first. Yeah. Oh God, that'd be horrible for everyone. Well, unless you're Demons fans. Thank you, Marcus Emerson. 27 months subscription. So get those prediction ins. Game 108. Oh, actually, I didn't do the... How long is the prediction? Let's see. I realized I didn't do minors box scores. I'll do minors box scores real quick, if that's okay. Just so I can say that we finished them all, and then we'll go. Those will give you more time to bet as well. So, I'll go through minors box scores real quick. Because I realized I did not do them and I wanted to do that. So Kingpins win 4-2 over the Bears. For the hitting, 2 hits for Duke, Mando, and Morley. 2 hits for Silvera Jr. Pitching, Mulligan gets the loss, Bottom gets the win, Yosh gets the hold, Captain the save, and Silvera Jr. is your player of the game. And the Armadillos sweep the Firehawks 11-4. For the hitting, 2 hits for the Swift, Hopkins, Cheekson, Boudreaux, and Callahan. 3 hits for Hoodlum Havoc, 4 hits for Bubs, 2 hits for Snake. For the pitching, Pruitt gets the win, Gilmore gets the loss, and Barker Bubs is your player of the game. The Wheelers win 13-0 over the Ranas. Two hits for Joey, 2 hits for 43, 2 hits, 6 RBIs for Plainview. For the pitching, Riaj gets the loss, Poisoning gets the win, and Daniel Plainview is your player of the game. And Cameron Bailey III ties the Anchorage regular season game record for runs with 4. Enrique Cavan Caliente ties the Anchorage regular season game record for runs with 4. Yes. You gotta love it. It's like, oops, we just decided not to play. Ooh. And the Flamingos get a 3-1 victory over the Swift Steeds. For the hitting, 2 hits for Shadow, 2 hits for Tomato II. For the pitching, Bernard gets the loss, Waters V gets the win, Herod the hold, Totre the save, and Crazy Tomato II is your player of the game. And finally, the Hepcats win 11-7 over the Lemurs. For the hitting, 2 hits for Teje Cal Crawford, 3 hits for Thompson, 4 hits for Hidari, 3 hits for Bendis and Jr. For the pitching, Morelli gets the hold, Belfort the blown save, Catch the win, Pass the loss, Jazzy Thompson, player of the game, and 39-minute rain delay in the 9th inning, because as if the game couldn't have gone long enough. Let's save and take a final look at our minor standings. Oh, right. So, Wheelers 1 seed, Flamingos 2 seed, Swifties 3 seed, Armadillos Hepcats 4-5, and I believe, does it not show? That is actually strange. Well, let's worry about that later. Louisville 6 seed, and then, yeah. So congratulations to all the playoff teams. Now let's head back to New Orleans versus Seattle. And let's get this started. Make sure BNN is off. It's off. Let's begin. Seattle at New Orleans. Reminder, both teams are trying to see if they can do better than the other. So, Angel will bat. Face off against Steven Slotsberg. Actually, let me get rid of the out of town because it won't matter at all for today. As there will be a ground ball out to the third baseman. Okay. I'm going to move the out of town because that does not matter at all. Can I move this? There we go. Okay, let's continue. There we go. Alright. Beatty Jr. now will get a nice grab by the left fielder there. Out number 2. Jacob will get a fly ball to left. That was out of here. A solo home run as Seattle is trying to be spoiler in this playoff race. As Wellerman will get a Plant will get a base hit up the middle into center for a single. Wellerman will bat. As there is a base hit into right center field. they will send the runner around third, and he will score. And that's a RBI double for the Sea Serpents. 2-0 now. As Allard will take strike 3 looking, but the Seattle Sea Serpents strike first in this ball game. It is 2-0. As Steelflex will lead it off. As that will be a fly ball to right field, left field that will be caught for out number 1. Bang will bat. As that will be a base hit into right. They will keep the runner at first for Randburg. As there's a stolen. Oh, and he's out. Thrown out by the catcher. Nice throw. As that is a fly out for the third out. As we head to the top of the second, as Burns will strike out looking, out number 1. Reese will bat. As that will be a fly ball out for out number 1 or 2. Sorry. Cadaver will strike out looking, and that's the side is retired. As we head to the bottom of the second with Fakar, as that will be a ground ball out for out number 1. Williams will bat. As swing and a miss, out number 2. Bullworm will bat. As there's a ground ball to third, out number 3. Scoreless inning, top of the third we go. As we head to the top of the third with Angel. As swing and a miss, out number 1. Beatty Jr. now will get a base hit into right. That will be a single for Jacob. As strike 3 looking, out number 2. Plant will swing and a miss, out number 3. So that's a scoreless, top of the third. Bottom of the third we go. As Mills will bat. There's a fly ball out to left for out number 1. Southworth will bat. And there's a nice grab by the first baseman to take it to the bag himself. Out number 2. Guile will swing and a miss, out number 3. And that's a scoreless. Bottom of the third, top of the fourth we go. As Wellerman will lead it off. As there was a squibbler to the catcher and he throws him out, out number 1. Allard will bat. As there was a fly ball to left center field, and that is out of here. As they expand their lead, it is 3-0. As Burns will bat. As there will be a ground ball out to the shortstop, out number 2. Reese will swing and a miss, out number 3. And that's a scoreless. Top of the... No, sorry, not scoreless. Seattle expands their lead. As we head to the bottom of the fourth. As Steelflex will get a ground ball to third, out number 1. Bang. Will get a ground ball out to the shortstop, out number 2. Randburg will swing and a miss, out number 3, as New Orleans just cannot get anything going on offense. Which they'll need to quickly if they want to keep up pace with Detroit, possibly. Cadaver will lead it off, and that's a fly ball out for out number 1. Angel will bat, as there's a fly ball out to the center fielder, out number 2. Beatty Jr. will get a fly ball out to the center fielder, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Sea Serpents. Bottom of the 5th we go. As Fakar will lead it off. As there's a ground ball out to the third baseman, out number 1. Williams will take a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Bullworm. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Mills will get plunked Runners at first and second with 2 out for Southworth. As Southworth will swing and a miss, out number 3. So that's a scoreless bottom of the 5th. As there's a swing and a miss, out number 1 by Jacob. Plant will bat. As there's a fly ball out for the center fielder there. Wellerman will get a ground ball to third base, thrown out, and now end the inning. So, bottom of the 6th we go. As Guile will lead it off, and he strikes out looking, out number 1, and he does have a case. It did miss inside. Steelflex will bat, and he takes a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Bang, as there's a base hit up the middle. So the runner will stay at second for Randburg. And swing and a miss, out number 2. As Lahom James is in the game now. Fakar will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught. So no such luck there. As we head to the top of the 7th. As Allard will bat. As there's a fly ball out to the left fielder there, out number 1. Burns will swing and a miss, out number 2. Reese will swing and a miss, out number 3. And that will probably be the end of the road for Schlossberg. Not a bad start at all. If so, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs allowed, 9 strikeouts, maybe 10. There was a base hit into left by Williams for a single. Boehm will get a fly ball to center. That will be caught, out number 1. Mills will face version 2.0. I'm not saying it all. Sorry, chaps. There is a fly ball out to the center fielder there, out number 2. Southworth will get a ground ball out to the shortstop, as that will end the inning. So, top of the 8th we go. As Goat Tank enters the ball game for New Orleans. As that will be a base hit into right. That will be a single for Cadaver. As Angel will get a bunt. Bunt attempt, and it's successful. Runner goes to second. Beatty Jr. will bat. As that will be a strikeout, out number 2. Jacob will bat. As that will be a fly ball to right field, and that's caught. What an effort, but no dice. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Time is dwindling fast for the Rougarou. As there's a good start for them. There's a single up the middle into center by Guile. As Steelflex will get a fly ball out to left. Oh, sorry, to right. Bang. Will get a base hit into left all the way to the wall. They will send the runner around third, and he will score, and the Rougarou again on the board. 3-1. Just in time for them. As Randburg will swing and a miss, out number 2. As for Carr now, will get a ground ball to shortstop. And that'll end the bottom of the 8th. But they get one more. They get a bit closer. Top of the 9th. Plant will lead off and strike out swinging, out number 1. Wellerman will bat. As that'll be a base hit into center. Out. No, sorry. A single. Allard will bat. And nothing happens there. That's a walk. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Burns. As that will be a fly ball to left. That will be caught. Runner stays at second. As Reese will take strike 3 looking. And that'll be the end of the top of the ninth. Last chance for New Orleans to take the lead or win. They need 2 to tie, 3 to, or more to win. Williams gets a fly ball out number 1. Bullworm. That's a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Mills. There's a base hit into center. All the way to the wall. They will keep Bullworm at third. Runners at second and third with 1 out as Southworth swings and misses out number 2. Last chance with Guile. The winning run. As there's a base hit. They will send their runner around third and the game is tied. 2 RBI single as it is 3-3 now. As Steelflex will face Beta Chapler with a man on first and 2 out. As that will be a fly ball to center. That will be caught and we're going to extras. Gotta love the last 2 stream games have been extras. Cadaver leads it off and swing and a miss out number 1. Angel will bat. And that's a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Beatty Jr. As Arcanum enters the ball game and there's a stolen base attempt and he's safe. 70th for Angel. As Beatty Jr. will strike out swinging out number 2. Jacob now will get a ground ball to first, and that's the end of the top of the 10th. Another chance for the Rougarou to walk it off. Just need 1. Yeah, I think it's the same one in ISFL. There's a fly ball out by Bang to center field. Randberg will get a base hit up the middle, so the winning run is on base with 1 out for Fakar. I think Eldorian. I'm sure you familiarize him, and he's picked off. I'm sure you're familiar with him, hopefully. And there's a fly ball to right. That is caught at the wall, and we're headed to the 11th. As Plant will lead it off, and he strikes out looking out number 1. Weatherman will bat. Strikeout looking out number 2. Allard will bat. Swing and a miss out number 3, and that's a scoreless top of the 11th. Another chance to walk it off. As there's a strikeout by Williams for out number 1. Bullworm will strike out looking out number 2. Mills will bat. Swing and a miss out number 3, and we're headed to the 12th. As Burns will lead it off. As there's a base hit up the middle. What a time to have your first hit of the ball game. As Reese will bat, swing and a miss out number 1. Cadaver will bat, and there's a ground ball to second, too short to first, double play. And that's a scoreless top of the 12th. Nothing going there. I actually wonder what the record is. Probably like 16 or so. Southworth will get a ground ball to short second base, and that's an out. Guile will take a walk. Winning run on base for Steelflex. As there was a stolen base attempt, and he's out. Second out there. Nice throw by the catcher. As with the Heelys enters the ball game for Seattle. As there's a fly ball to left. That will be caught out number 3. We're headed to the 13th inning. As Angel will lead it off. As there was a ground ball to first, thrown to the pitcher covering for out number 1. Beatty Jr. with a full count. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Jacob will bat. Swing and a miss, and we head to the bottom of the 13th. It's a good thing I don't have any vested interest in these teams. Chapler. Oh, no, never mind. That was a different thing. Bang will ground out to shortstop. Ranberg will also ground out to shortstop. Fakar will swing and a miss. We're headed to the 14th. Oh my god. Well, this drama at least. Especially when you know that this, matters a lot for postseason. Plant will lead it off as there's a base it into right center field. That's a single. Wellerman will bat as there's a swing and a miss, out number 1. Yeah, that was a bad pitch. Allard will get a ground ball to short to second to first, double play. So a scoreless top of the 14th. We're to the bottom of the 14th. As Williams will get a base hit past the shortstop. We've been in this situation so many times. Let's see if New Orleans can capitalize. Bullworm will get a ground ball to short to second to first. Double play. Mills will get a base hit up the middle. Southworth will be the guy at the plate. As there's a ground ball to second and it's out, and we're headed to the 15th. Burns will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Reese will bat. There's a ground ball out to the third baseman, out number 2. Cadaver. Swing and a miss, out number 3, and that's a scoreless top of the 15th. We head to the bottom now. I mean, Guile will bat. As there's a base hit up the middle. Runner at first with no out for Stillflex. Strike 3 looking, out number 1. Bang. With a full count, we'll take a walk and the winning runs on second. Ranberg will get a stolen base to 10th and he's safe. No, he's out! Any runner will score and will win. Oh my god. An overthrown to the outfield, and the New Orleans Ruger will win this game 4-3 in the bottom of the 15th because reasons. That's a way to win. Why not? So anyway, yeah, that's the graph, alright. Time for some box scores. 2 hits for Plant and Wellerman, 2 hits for Williams and Mills, 3 hits for Guile and Bang. Yeah, totally. Pitching, Bear Vision 2.0 gets the blown save, Wood to Healy's gets the loss, Entropy gets the win, LeHom James is your play of the game. I was kind of like thinking, oh well, they're gonna have starters start, aren't they? But at least never got to that point. So good for both teams. All right, so save. So now Detroit has to win, or else New Orleans is in the playoffs. So this will be the last game of the regular season, barring 109. So yes, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. So get your predictions in now. I'll be back in a little bit. I am back. How's everyone doing? Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get your predictions in because there's not a lot of predictions going, and I would love to see some predictions. Or bets, technically. So a reminder, if Detroit wins, we will have a 109 hosted in New Orleans. If Nashville wins, New Orleans in the playoffs. So pretty straightforward. Alright, yeah, let's get those. Hmm. Alright, so let's begin. Detroit Nashville, game 108. Let's double check. Yeah, yeah. Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. It's the only game that's on, so whatever. Dogwood will lead it off against Jose 43. If only this was in real life, well, Nashville would just rest our starters. There will be a flyout for out number 1. Ruiz will bat, and he will get a base hit over the leaping second baseman into right field for a single. Gunk Jr. will bat, and that's a strikeout for out number 2. Granholm will bat, as there is a fly ball to left field, and that's caught. And that's the end of the top of the first. We're to the bottom of the first now. As Barry Allen will lead it off against Human. As there's a ground out to second. Out number 1. 43 and a quarter will get a fly ball out to the center fielder there. Out number 2. Sorry. Love will take a walk. Runner at first with 2 out for Valor Jr. There's a fly out to center field, and that's a scoreless bottom of the first. Top of the second we go, as Reyes will lead it off. Swing and a miss, out number 1. Nakamura will bat. And that's a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Jolly. There's a ground ball to second to short to first, double play. So that erases that walk. We're to the bottom of the second. Prozuski will lead it off, as there's a base hit into left. That will be a stand-up double. The runner at second with no out for Cove. As there's a swing and a miss, out number 1. Sakudo will bat, as there's a squibbling base hit, but the runner stays at third. Andrews Jr. will bat, As that will be a base hit, and the runner will score. Runner goes all the way to third and stays there, and the Nashville Stars strike first, 1-0. DeVille will get a nice grab, and runner tags and will score, and it is 2-0. Allen will get a base hit up the middle. They will send the runner around third, and he will score, and it is 2-0. No, 3-0 now. .43 and a quarter. No, stolen base attempt first, and he's safe. Oh man, and he's one away from the record, and there's a strikeout and 111 stolen bases. As McFish will get a base hit into center for a single. So runner at first with no out for Zaxaquil. As that will be a ground ball to third to second to first, double play. So they erase that base hit. Dogwood will swing and a miss, out number 3. We head to the bottom of the third. As Love will strike out looking, out number 1. As Valor Jr. will get a ground ball. No, overthrows it. He goes to second. Pilsudski will bat. As there's a fly ball to center field that is caught. Runner does not tag. That's the second out. Cove will get a ground ball to first. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that's a scoreless bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Sorry, excuse me. There's a walk for Ruiz. Runner at first with no out for Gunk Jr. And there's a base hit into center. That will be a single. Granholm will bat. That will be a ground ball to third to second to first. And that's a double play. And that's a pickoff throw, and he's out. So Detroit cannot capitalize despite that opportunity. As Tsukudo will swing and a miss, out number 1. Andrews Jr. will bat. As there is a fly ball to left center field, and that is out of here. A solo home run, and it is 4-0 now. As DeVille will swing and a miss, out number 2. As Allen will bat. As that's a walk. So runner at first with 2 out for 43 1/4. Stolen base attempt, and he's safe. And that's 112. He has tied the record. As there is a base hit into left center field. That will score the runner from third, or from second, and it is a 5-0 lead now for Nashville. Love will face Quentin Quarters, enters the ball game for Detroit, and there's a fly ball to left. That will be caught for out number 3. But Nashville tacks on 2 more. It is 5-0. Reyes will get a nice grab by the right fielder for out number 1. Nakamura will get a base hit into left. Out for a single. Jolly will bat now. And then he gets plunked. Runners at first and second with 1 out for McFish. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Zaxaquil now. As there's a ground ball to short to second, and Detroit cannot capitalize. Has had many opportunities to do so, but can't get anything going. Valor Jr. will lead it off. And there is a base hit into, yes, base hit into left. Pilsudski will bat. As there is a base hit into right. Runner stays at second. As Cove will take a walk. That's a bases loaded, no out for Sakudo. And there's a fly ball to center. That's an out. Runner tags and is safe. And 6-0 now. As Andrews Jr. will bat. As there's a fly ball out. Runner stays at second. As DeVille will get a fly ball to left. That will be out. No, he drops it. He drops it, and that leads to a run scored. 7-0 now. As Allen will bat. As there's a ground ball to short, and that's an out. But more damage is done. 7-0 now. As Dogwood will lead it off. As they try to get any offense going. And there's a fly ball to right. That is out of here. Well, there's something at least. 7-1 now. I mean, it's not much, but it's, you know, something. So, good job. Ruiz will bat. As that will be a base hit into left for a single. Gung Jr. will bat. As that's a nice grab by the first baseman. And there's a fly out for out number 2. Reyes will get a fly out to center. And that's a score. That's 1 run on the board, so at least they get a run in. But it's still 7-1, bottom of the 6th. As 43 1/4 swings and a miss, out number 1. Love will face Rogowski. As there's a ground ball out to the first baseman, out number 2. Valor Jr. will get a fly ball out to center, out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. As Nakamura will lead it off. As there's a base hit into left and all the way to the wall. That's a good way to start the inning for the Demons. Jolly will bat. As swing and a miss, out number 1. McFish will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught, out number 2. Zaxxas Quill will get a base hit up the middle. They will send the runner around third, and he will score, and it is a 7-2 game now. As Dogwood will bat. As he takes a walk. Runners at first and second for Ruiz. As there is a fly ball to left field. And that's caught. Oh, wow. So close to getting it to a 2-run game, but they get one on. We head to the bottom of the 7th, stretch time. Pilsudski will get a base hit into right. Cove will bat. And there's a pickoff throw, and he's out. There's a sort of a half bunt there, and that's an out. Sakudo will get a walk. Runner at first with 2 out for Andrews Jr. As there's a ground ball to short to second. And that's the end of the 7th. Top of the 8th we go. As Gunk Jr. will lead it off against Gunk Jr. Which is pretty funny. Walk for the right fielder. As there's a swing and a miss for Granholm. Reyes will get a base hit into left all the way to the wall. They will send him around third, and he will score. 7-3 now. So closer, and closer. Nakamura will bat. Swing and a miss, out number 2. Jolly now. Swing and a miss, out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. As DeVille will lead it off. There's a base hit into left. That will be a double. As Allen will bat, and he will take a walk. The runners at first and second with no out for 43 and a quarter, and he strikes out looking. Out number 1. Love will bat, as that will be a base hit into right center field. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. The runner will stay at second, and it is a 9-3 ball game. 100 RBIs for Mo Love. As Tsunami the second enters for Detroit. As that's a strikeout, swinging out number 2. Posetsky will bat, and there's a base hit past short. They will send the runner around third, and he will score. It is a 10-3 ball game now. Cove will bat, as that will be a fly ball out, and the inning is over. Top of the 9th, last chance for Detroit to stay in the game and thus their season. McFish will lead it off, and he takes a walk. That's something at least. Zaxxaquil will bat, swing and a miss, out number 1. Dogwood will bat against McThumper. Enters the ball game, and there's a fly ball to left, out number 2. Last chance in Ruiz. As there was a base hit into right, left, sorry. Runners at first and second with 2 out for Gunk Jr. Last chance again, as there is a fly ball to left, and the game is over. Nashville wins, and New Orleans is in the playoffs. Congratulations to the New Orleans Rougarou on breaking their however many seasons it's been. About like 8 at least, probably at this point. So 3 hits for Ruiz, 2 hits for Nakamura, 4 hits for Posetsky, 2 hits for Andrews. Man gets the loss, 43 gets the win. Jose Posetsky is your player of the game. 11, okay. I wasn't exactly sure how long it was. It felt like a lot. I was like, okay. After you get past 5, it feels like forever, so. And that's it. So, we are done with the season. So we're going to save. And we are going to start the upload. And that's it for the regular season. So, congratulations to everyone this season. I hope everyone had a great season. A reminder that Tuesday is the first round stream. I have no clue when it's going to be. Thursday is the semifinals. Saturday is the Minors and Majors World Series. Minors sometime in the afternoon, Majors sometimes at night. So be sure to tune in for that. You get, figure out what it is. But, yeah. And I'd like to thank all 221 of you guys who are still on. I know that was a long stream. Normally, it doesn't usually take this long. You can blame the sim for that. So, Actually, no, it's fine either way. It's just how it is. Of course, ask the booth. So if there's any questions you want to ask. Remember to get your point tasks and JPTs in. If you don't want to write a JPT, you always have the predictions option, so remember that you have that opportunity. Um, yeah, so it should be a fun playoffs. It'll be kind of weird that I'm not involved. Win? What do you mean? I mean, they've won a lot of games, so yes. They're the 1 seed, so. Yeah, I think they swept around us, and then I think they took 2 or 3 against the Flamingos. It might have been 1 or 2, I forget exactly, but they had a winning sim. I know that. I forget if it's 4-2 or 5-1. It might have been 5-1, but you can see the index for that. mm. I did not know that. I would have checked if I knew that. Don't feel bad. It's a lot of things I don't check. I can check that after the upload is done if it's still active. I just want to say I'm so happy I didn't have to do with any tiebreakers. I'm just like, oh no, nah, that you guys what? That 72 wins? Yeah, no, because the highest is like 82. That okay. Hmm. And we're done. Wow, it's faster than I thought. Wow. It normally never is this quick, but that's good. Alright, we're gonna get it going on the index, so we got a couple minutes of that. We're almost there. Almost there. And that's it. The index is uploaded. So thanks everyone for staying with the stream, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. Bye bye.